All right. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Shout out. What's up, guys? I know we've got just a couple of y'all in here right now, but it's good to see y'all out here. We got Robert in the house, Father Time in the house. Happy Easter to you guys. Happy Easter to each and every one of y'all. Happy Easter. Happy 420 to those of you who are out there. I know that this channel seems to be 420 friendly. Either way, doesn't matter. We are live, and we are actually finishing up. I don't know if you guys are watching the games right now, but there is an absolute beatdown happening right now in Oklahoma City. The Thunder are up by 49 points as we enter the fourth quarter right now. OKC at one point had a 52-point lead. Right as we got into the half, the score was 68 to 35 going into the half. And then, just an absolute nightmare. Gray 59 saying they are getting wrecked. They sure are. What's up to the gorgeous Christina downstairs hanging out? Nice colored tie, says Kyle. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you, sir. Thanks for checking in, man. Appreciate it. So, Thunder beating the brakes off of the Grizzlies right now. It's bad right now. So we're just going to go ahead and focus on this matchup. And to be quite honest, I don't see this matchup going much smoother than the other one, than what we're watching on TV right now. But we've got plenty of time until tip-off, so let's start talking about these two teams so that you guys can determine on your own what you think is going to happen today in this matchup. Let's start by looking at these two teams head-to-head. Just real quick, a quick head-to-head overview of these two. Now, points per game. Offensively, the Boston Celtics putting up 116 points per game. That is tops in the NBA. I'll tell you exactly where that falls here in just a second. But Orlando Magic, nowhere near that number. They're actually towards the bottom of the table in almost all of the offensive categories. And when I show you those statistics, you're going to wonder, just kind of like I did, how did this team even get into the playoffs right now? But don't want to throw any salt or any shade on the Orlando Magic. They do have at least a decent squad. It's not as good as the Boston Celtics, that's for sure. Boston Celtics are like 80%, 78% likely to win this game and this series. Doesn't mean that the Orlando Magic can't win, but as you can see here, all of the signs indicate that the Boston Celtics are the better teams. They've got higher three-point shooting percentage. They're better from the floor just all the way around. They're better at passing the basketball. They've got more rebounds both offensively and defensively. They crash the boards. They're a very, very, very good team. And they're going to be looking to get back-to-back championships this year. They won last year. They're going to look to try to get it again this year in 2025. 2024, 2025, right? That 2024-25 season. Okay, let's start then by taking a look at the away team. We're going to break this down, and like I said, when I saw this, I immediately thought to myself, how did this team get into the playoffs with this happening offensively here? Now, defensively, they've got some good areas, but it's not perfect defensively either. They are bottom 3, 28, 29, 30, bottom 3 in points per game. They are bottom 4 in field goals per game. They are dead last in three-point accuracy, and they are dead last in assists per game. That is across the entire NBA, not just the Eastern Conference. So I look at this, and I think to myself, how? How are you guys in the playoffs right now? But you know what they are? And it's because offensively, they score more points than they give up, albeit very, very, very close. Offense puts up 105.6. Defense gives up 105.4. It's basically a coin toss for the Orlando Magic on whether or not they're going to win. Today, that's not so much the case. It's not necessarily a coin toss. I'm watching the wrap-up of this Grizzlies and OKC game. The score is 67 to 115. It's actually really hard to watch, so what I'm going to do is just kind of – let's see if I can't. There we go. Okay, cool. So I don't get distracted by it. The Grizzlies are just getting absolutely wrecked right now. Anyways, let's look at these stats. This is just at a quick glance, guys. So offensive rebounds, they're averaging about 11 offensive rebounds per game. Defensive rebounds, about 30 defensive rebounds per game. Altogether, not looking so good with just 41, 42 rebounds per game. That's actually towards the bottom of the table. Not great numbers here for the Magic. Now, we'll talk about – let's go ahead and take a look at the starters here Wendell Carter Jr., Paolo Banchero, Franz Warner, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Corey Joseph. This is going to be the offensive starting lineup here for the Orlando Magic. Jesus is definitely a Celtics fan, says Slim Faley. I guess so. He's going to get a win today if that's the case. But these are the starters here for the Orlando Magic. Wendell Carter, Paolo Banchero. What up? Happy Easter, everyone, says Slim Faley. What up, Slim Faley? How you doing? Okay. Now, if you don't recognize a lot of these names, I get it. The Orlando Magic isn't really a team that we kind of sit around, and they don't have any superstars like back in the day when they had Dwight Howard, or even at the end of Michael Jordan's career when they had Michael Jordan there for just a brief moment. But I haven't seen the Orlando Magic do anything significant in decades. And, hey, at least they're in the playoffs right now, but how far they will go, I do not know. Let's take a quick look then, since we just did a quick stat breakdown here for the Orlando Magic on both sides, offense and defense. Let's do the same thing for the Boston Celtics. Okay, one more time. Take a mental snapshot right here. Mental snapshot. Offense, looking rough. Defense, they do give up the least amount of points in the NBA, so great job defensively there. And they are the best at poking away passes and forcing players to attack them head on without having to move the basketball around. So I see Stormy Daniels checking in and Big Unk checking in right now. What up, Stormy? Stormy saying right now, bro, you were my good luck charm since you didn't stream the Grizzlies versus Thunder. It was a blowout and my parlays got wrecked. Well, I'm here for you, Stormy, so don't go anywhere, bro. I got you. Shout out to Big Unk. Big Unk checking in right now, saying hello from Palm Beach, Florida. Appreciate you. Fist bumps to you, Big Unk. We got the Dusty Attic up in the house. Happy Easter to all of you guys. Shout out to Dusty Attic of State SC. And happy Easter to everyone. Appreciate you guys. Definitely do. All right, guys, let's take a look at the Boston Celtics one more time. Mental snapshot. Y'all looking at the colors? You recognizing this? Okay, let's take a look at Boston. Very different scenario. Of course, Boston, where's the green? Boston repping the green on both sides of this offensively and defensively. Mario, can you do the live draft? I will be doing the draft live Thursday, Jacob. I'm actually working with my buddy Santino to edit out some of these other videos. I've got a couple live streams coming up on, for between now and Thursday, but Thursday night, instead of covering basketball, I will be covering the NFL draft, and then we'll be back to basketball for the rest of the season. But yeah, I mean, a channel called Football Nation, I got to do the NFL draft, bro. You know I got you, Jacob. Don't you worry about that, big dog. I got you, bro. Okay. All right, let's take a look over here, y'all. Let's look at the points per game, field goal percentage, all of these numbers here. This team is good. Great, even if you really break it down and look at it. Defensively, really impressive what they're doing. So Orlando Magic is the #1 team against offenses that, they allow the least amount of points. The Orlando Magic allows the least amount of points. Second least amount of points, Boston Celtics. But unlike the Orlando Magic, their offense isn't completely broken. So offensively, they are a top 10 team in points per game, putting up 116 points per game. They take a lot of shots, and they don't make a lot of shots, but they live and die by that three ball. So that three ball is really what's affecting this overall field goal percentage number. But when it comes to actually shooting three-pointers, top 12 in the NBA when it comes to that, 36, almost 37%. Assists per game, middle of the pack, but a top 10 team in offensive rebounds. And you know what? The margins are small here. 11.2 versus 11.4, it's almost negligible as far as how many offensive rebounds, but those are the numbers, and these are the stats, and these are the rankings, so I'm just presenting them to you. Second in the NBA when it comes to points per game allowed. Second in the NBA when it comes to field goal percentage allowed. Third in the NBA for the Boston Celtics when it comes to three-pointer percentage allowed. Third in the NBA when it comes to assists per game allowed, and a top 10 team as well on the glass defensively, picking up almost 34 defensive rebounds. Very, very, very good team. Bro, OKC are giving elite BTA to Grizzlies. They're beating that ass for sure. They're definitely doing exactly that. It's a whooping, dude. It's bad, and I actually had to, hide this so I don't get distracted by this blowout, but it's an absolute disaster right now. It's an absolute disaster to watch, so we're not even watching that right now. All right, guys, starting lineup here for the Boston Celtics. I'll get out of the way so you can take a quick look at it. We've got Kristaps Porziņģis, Jayson Tatum at power forward. At small forward, we've got Jaylen Brown. At shooting guard, we've got Jrue Holiday. And at point guard, the ex-San Antonio Spur, Derek White. Yes, Derek White. You know what, man? I'm good with him. I still like Derek White. I got nothing against him. I'm not a fan of Kawhi Leonard anymore, but that's just a personal thing. But I really like this starting lineup. And it's not just the starting lineup that I like for the Boston Celtics. Their bench actually has some pretty good players on here as well, including a man named Al Horford, in case you did not know, who's an absolute stud out there. Lake Cornet, we might see some action from him. Sam Hauser, we might see some action from him as well. Peyton Pritchard, we will see for sure. This is a very deep bench. This is a very solid team. And the upfront 10 guys for the Boston Celtics will probably go out here and get it done. No questions asked. But we've got some data and some stats to break down. So why don't we look at these two squads head-to-head. Once again, this is the head-to-head comparison. Right, we're looking at this head-to-head comparison. And, you know, nothing crazy, man. I'm not like I know that the Boston Celtics are going to win this game. I would definitely put money on the Boston Celtics winning this game, me personally. But that's just me. All right, I see we've got Jacob, Robert, Big Unk in the house. I still don't know how to say that. Is it Dwa? Duix? I don't know. How do you say that, bro? How do you say that? Also, shout out to Stormy Daniels, Hush Money. Shout out to Slim Faley. Shout out to Kyle, who's checked in here. Gray59, if you're still out there. Father Time, thanks for watching, guys. Okay, Big Unk, I see you. Big Al from the Gators. That's right. Big Al out there. Okay, all right. Let's move on. Let's talk about – actually, let's get some scrolling text down here at the bottom of the screen. The over-under for today's game, 205 points. The Celtics are 13.5-point favorites. This is expected to be a blowout game. Maybe not as bad as the last one, but this game is definitely for Boston Celtics fans to just watch their team, see what they do. I think nobody in Boston is batting a lash at this. I think everybody knows that Boston should take this game. Boston Celtics, 81%. It looks like we do have 19% of you guys, though, who think that the Orlando Magic could have some success in this one. Let's see. Orlando Magic, Boston Celtics. Let's take a look at the point guard situation for these two teams. What up, Pearl? I see you out there. He says, Pearl saying, come on, Pablo. We'll bring up Pablo in just a second, just for you. Don't you worry. Pablo. Who's Pablo? Paolo? Take a look at something here really quick. Yeah. Paolo. Okay. Let's go, Pablo. That's funny. Super Mario going to be an outstanding playoff series in the East and the West, so keep doing what you're doing, and we love representing Palm Beach, Florida, all the way over to Texas, man. Appreciate you, big dog. Big Unk in the house. All right, guys, let's take a look at this. Y'all had me all kind of mixed up over here. We were talking first. We're going to go point guard all the way down, all the way up to center. So we're going to go up the height ladder here, starting with the point guard. Now, both of these guys played for the San Antonio Spurs at one point in their careers. Derek White, a more illustrious career without a doubt. Derek White this season averaging 28 minutes on the floor. He's got 12 points per game, 28 assists, 2.8 assists per game. He's crashing boards, getting over 3 rebounds per game as well. Almost a steal per game. He beats out the other point guard on the court in every single category. Points per game, assists, rebounds, steals, blocks, you name it. Derek White, the better point guard. Here offensively at least. Defensively, I don't have those numbers, but offensively, that's what it is. And I'm not making any of this up. Those are just the actual numbers. Okay. Shooting guard situation. Now, I don't know how or what happened to Caldwell Pope. I think it might just be the fact that he's playing for the Magic, or maybe it's just the fact that he was never really that great. But when it comes to Caldwell Pope versus Jrue Holiday, it's pretty obvious who the better player is in this situation. Same amount of minutes. Jrue Holiday, 3 more points, 2 more points, so it's not a big difference right there. But in the assists column, 4 assists, just under 4 assists, 4 rebounds per game. Slight advantage in the steal category over there for Caldwell Pope. evenly tied right here in blocked shots per game, but field goal percentage and three-point percentage, both advantages for Jrue Holiday. And now that I'm looking at it closer, it's not that big of a difference. The separation isn't too much between these two. There maybe in these two categories right here, a 2-point difference between almost 9 points and 11 points. I mean, hey, but this will be the matchup that we see today. We'll see Caldwell Pope against Jrue Holiday. It'll be interesting to see if one or the other can lock each other down. Let's take a look at the small forward position. Small forwards, guys. Franz Wagner and Jaylen Brown. Take a look at this. Now, this is one that I was not aware of. I didn't know that Wagner was that. I didn't know that Wagner could hoop like that. And take a look at those numbers, guys. Wagner, 24 points per game. He's playing less time than Jaylen Brown, mind you. Less time than Jaylen Brown, more points than Jaylen Brown, more assists than him. Pretty close to even here on the rebounds per game. Pretty close to even in steals. Pretty close to even in blocks. Dead even in field goal percentage, which blows my mind. Dead even in field goal percentage to the decimal, which blows my mind. Of course, when it comes to the three-point shot, Jaylen Brown does have the advantage, and the entire Boston Celtics team has the advantage when it comes down to that. So that's the breakdown for the small forward position. 15 minutes until tip-off. I almost said kickoff. This is my first sip of coffee today, and oh, man, that is nectar. That is so good, guys. Coffee, get you some. You could definitely benefit from it. I'll speak for myself. I'm definitely benefiting from it. God, I love me some good coffee. All right, guys, this is the almost done here. Last couple more positions. Power forward position, Paolo Banchero on one side and Jayson Tatum on the other. Of course, you cannot take anything away from Jayson Tatum. Not to say that Paolo isn't an absolute stud, because look at the numbers over here, 22 points per game. He's got the assists, he's got the rebounds to go with it, so he's helping out on cleaning up the messes on the boards, but nothing compared to Jayson Tatum and how good he is over Jayson Tatum, or how good Jayson Tatum is over Banchero. We'll talk about them as the game goes on. Okay, and at the center position, Wendell Carter on one side, Kristaps Porziņģis. Gosh, what can I tell you about Porziņģis? Almost 20 points per game. This dude is definitely a baller out here, and I'd love to see him. I'm telling you guys, this is not going to be a very interesting game. At least I don't think it is. If I'm proven wrong, then that'll be cool. But my initial thought, as most people believe, as a spread down below indicates, the initial thought is that the Boston Celtics should win this game. Now, this is the Western Conference right now, and I have to update this as the game goes on. Denver Nuggets and the Clippers yesterday, what a game. We actually got 75,000 views on this channel for that game, 65,000 views on this channel for that game. Nuggets won that game in overtime. It was a great one. The Lakers lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves in blowout fashion. Thunder and Grizzlies. Thunder getting the win today for sure. So this will be updated here. And then, of course, tonight, to cap it off, guys, the next game we'll be covering on this channel will be that Rockets versus Warriors game. That'll be 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 Central Standard Time. In the East, guys, the Pacers beat the Bucks to start the day yesterday, and the Bucks now trail. I actually got this number backwards. This should be 1-0, not 0-1. Knicks, Pistons lost to the Knicks yesterday. Celtics, Magic. Celtics we're about to watch today, and then, of course, the Cavaliers and the Heat play right after this. I won't be covering that game. I'll be changing diapers downstairs. Okay, let's take a quick look at that and make the adjustment, because I don't want that to be wrong all day long. Okay. Bet. Okay, better. Pacers, Bucks. Pacers got that lead clean. Okay, moving on to the next one. So I've got some prop bets laid out for you guys as well. Paolo Banchero is the first one here. Over 24.5 points. Paolo sold me for last game. Okay, well, we've got the scrolling text down here. Why don't we take a look at Paolo's numbers? Let's look at our boy Paolo right here. And take a look at this. The over-under, the prop bets, is for him to have 24 points today. He doesn't even average 24 points in the NBA, but during the playoffs, he seems to do so. So this is how we've done it, guys. On the one side, we've got regular season stats. On the other side, and this is just for 2025, so this is his season this year for 2025. And on the other side over here is his entire postseason career. And in his postseason career, he averages 27 points per game in the postseason. Pretty solid numbers. Now, he doesn't pass the ball as much because the team is looking at him to score some points, so assists per game go down. Rebounds per game goes up. The efficiency on the glass goes up. Steals per game goes up. He's dead even here in the blocks category, but he becomes more accurate, and both inside and outside that three-point line. Pretty great numbers for Paolo. Now, I think Paolo will have a good game. Will he have 24 points? The over-under, I personally, for the prop bet number 5, scrolling by at the bottom of the screen, I would personally go with the under. You guys tell me if you agree with me or if you disagree with me. Over-under of 24.5 points. Over-under of 24.5 points. Okay. Let's look at the next prop bet for this one. So it's not just the Paolo prop bet. We've also got one for Cole Anthony. And Cole Anthony, let's see if I've got him over here. I don't have him as one of my starters here, so I don't know why Cole Anthony came up as my prop bet. Let's pull up my other prop bet here. This one, Franz Wagner. Okay, we can look at the Wagner. I like that one. Okay. Wagner over-under prop bet right there. 19.5 points. Wagner, guys, has been consistent for the Magic, averaging 24 points per game this season. Of course, postseason numbers go down. And averaging 19.5 points. That's inaccurate there. Let me update that. Making adjustments to my text. Averaging 24. There we go. Better. So, over this season, over 20 points, I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if you'll get that 20. I think he might, though. Guys, the playoffs change things. The playoffs change the way that teams play basketball. It changes the way that offenses operate. Look at the ending of this game. We are out and the last final dribbles here. OKC, everyone on their feet right now. OKC is going to win this game 131-80. Did you catch that? The Memphis Grizzlies are going to lose the game to the Oklahoma City Thunder 131-80. Bro. Talk about a whooping right there. A 51-point loss. Ja has nothing to be happy about, that's for sure. Ja has nothing to be happy about. What up? He says, cool cup. I see you, Wienery. Cheers to you. This is actually Christina's cup. This is my wife's cup. It's actually kind of warm up here. Uh-oh. We are getting into summer. Yikes. Okay. Wagner, the over-under, scrolling by at the bottom. It'll be interesting to see if he can get that. Okay, let's take a look at the next prop bet. The next prop bet, I believe, is going to be for the green team. Boston Celtics, Wendell Carter. Let's take a quick look at that then. I'm going to say Wendell Carter. That's the wrong team. Ah. It's like my stuff is all messed up. What is happening right now? Okay, so that's what's going on. I have two names on here because I made the adjustment earlier. Let's get that cleaned up. It's like it can't be Wendell Carter on the Boston Celtics. That makes no sense. Jayson Tatum was the prop bet we're looking for. Okay, let's go to our prop bet. While I pull this up. We're moments away from tip-off, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Information scrolling by at the bottom. We talked about this earlier. Points per game for Jayson Tatum during the regular season, 27 points per game during the postseason. His efficiency drops down a little bit, but the rest of the team steps it up significantly. It's not just Jayson Tatum, and one of the cool things about basketball is that this is definitely a team sport. This is definitely a team sport. You can't do it all by yourself. I don't know, man. I understand that most sports are team sports, except for like tennis, but even tennis can be played in teams. What, golf? I don't know. This one, though, this one just feels a little bit different. Everybody needs to contribute in one way or another for a team to win. You can't have anybody just kind of standing on the sidelines. You need everyone to participate. They're showing Paolo Banchero right now, regular season average, a career high for him. Let's see if my information is the same as theirs. Actually, my information is a little bit different from theirs, but mine is directly off of ESPN. Oh, you know what happened? I didn't cover that last game. That last game, the win to get in game, got pushed towards the regular season averages. I see. 25.9. Are the rest of the numbers accurate? Pretty close. 25.9 minutes per game. This doesn't even feel right. Oh, this is Wendell Carter. Duh. Oh yeah, looks like that's a my bad right there. 25.9 points per game. Yeah, 34 minutes per game, 34.4. How did I get that 25.9 wrong? Okay, well, let's make that adjustment. I'll make that adjustment in Canva right now. Got to make some adjustments in my Canva settings real quick. Not that it really makes that much of a difference, but I just like things to look clean. And you guys know me, man. I'm a sucker for the stats. I'm a sucker for accuracy. Let's see. Assists per game. That's right at 4.8. I think that's just the only number. That's a big number to get wrong, though. 25.9. Yeah, 25.9 for the power forward spot. Download page 4. I only need a JPEG. Download page 4. Only need a JPEG. Yo, Paolo will have 30 tonight. Do your homework, he says. I don't think Paolo will put up 30. He might put up 30. Okay. Okay. And for the record, Kyreek Carter, not only have I done my homework, I've been doing a hell of a lot of homework. I've been doing my homework. I've been doing your homework. I've been doing their homework. My gosh, dude, I've been putting a lot of graphics together. So, you know, sometimes things slip through the cracks. Considering that that's like the one line out of literally hundreds of lines, I don't feel so bad about it. We're just going to give myself a little bit of grace when it comes to that kind of stuff. We'll make the adjustment here. Okay, so the power forward spot. Power forward away. Let's browse, downloads, power forward away. Ah, crap. That looks terrible. Guess it didn't look that much worse. Whatever, we'll make it work. It's not 4K, but you know what? The numbers are there. You should still be able to read it. You're welcome, Kyreek. I got you. I got you. But look, take a look at it. 29.5, that has been adjusted. That's been fixed. And let's see. 30 points tonight. Oh, dude, your baby is cute. That's adorable. I have a newborn son downstairs right now myself, man. So that's awesome. Anyways, we're not here to talk about babies. We're here to talk about basketball. We're going to talk some basketball right now. These are what we're looking at. Let me make sure I update this additional graphic here as well on the head-to-head. I got to make sure that the power forward position is correct. So that way when I bring it up later, people don't say, hey, what do you mean? There. 25.9. That does make a big difference, though. This makes us a lot closer to Jayson Tatum's numbers, and that's almost like even a wash. It's a 1-point difference between the production from these guys. By that mean, does that mean Jayson Tatum is going to put up 30 points? I don't know. Okay, guys, we should have tip-off here in about 1 minute, so we're very, very close to tip-off. We'll have action here shortly. Tell me Did you guys do any Easter egg hunting? Do you guys have any plans for Easter? What are you celebrating today? Are we celebrating Easter? Or are we celebrating 420? Are we celebrating both? Funny how time flies, says Big Unk. Seriously, man. It does fly pretty fast, and I will let her know you said so. Gray59 says smoke out. What up, dude? Okay, we didn't get a chance to talk about Jaylen Brown, so let's take a look at that. Scrolling by at the bottom, guys. Over under for today, 19.5 points for Jaylen Brown. He averages 22 points per game. In the postseason, it's about 20 points per game. Let's see if this number will go up today or go down for Jaylen Brown. Postseason numbers, not as good as regular season numbers for Brown, and that doesn't really cause too much concern for me, especially in the playoffs when the Boston Celtics constantly end up as the #1 seed, and they go up against the #8 seed, which should be easy wins for them. There's no need for the starters to be out there for 38 minutes, 35 minutes. It is what it is. I'm single and live alone. I'm drinking to forget it's a holiday, says Tyler Fletcher. All right, sir. Okay. I'm reading some of these comments. K. Carter celebrating 420 million. He's a dog, says Kyrie Carter. Tyler Fletch saying, I'm single, I live alone, and drinking to forget it's a holiday. You know what, man? If you're drinking, there was the sign at the bar that I used to bartend at. It said, if you're drinking to forget, please pay in advance. I always thought that was a really funny sign. Anyways, these are the numbers here for Jaylen Brown. Guys, this should be a pretty solid matchup. Once again, Boston Celtics offense, pretty good. Boston Celtics defense, elite. #2 in the NBA. This game should be, they're saying countdown to tip-off, 8 minutes and 35 seconds. So we've got a little bit of time. Got a little bit of time right now until we have tip-off. I love Ja Morant, but Memphis looked like they did not belong in the playoffs today. Dude, so bad. But the Memphis Grizzlies really don't belong in the playoffs. I don't like the play-in tournament, personally. And I know that's weird, but I don't like the play-in tournament. I feel like it's – I don't know, man. Not JT, what's up, man? Good to have you back, sir. Good to have you back here, Not JT. Let's take a quick look at this then. You know, I've got a lot of basketball. I got a lot of football stuff that I'm working on after today. I got so much football we got to put together. The draft is in 4 days, dude. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I had everything pre-recorded. I just got to get down to editing it. I recorded 35 shorts that I'm going to chop up and put into video content form, and that way when we have the selections out of the first 32 picks, I'm hoping that, you know, I gave myself 3 additional pieces at the end of that, so I have something to fill in case it didn't work out or in case someone else got drafted further down the line. Some team decided to reach for someone, but we'll see how that goes. Of course, if not, we can always ad-lib. Okay, ad-libbing is something that I've gotten pretty good at. And that's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really good, dude. And here's the other thing, though. One of my biggest concerns with creating that much content was, what if no one tunes into my channel for the NFL draft? What if I'm just live and I spend hours and literally days editing out these videos and no one shows up for the NFL draft? What happens then? Well, I guess it's a great training experience for Santino and my video editor. You know, we're learning. This is a learning curve right now. We're learning, not earning just yet. So anyways, okay, let's get focused here. Let's check back in. Let's talk basketball. Let's talk Western Conference. We're still live. Tip-off is in 6.5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Get buckled in. Grab your drink. Grab your coffee. Load your bowl. It is 420. Grab whatever you need to get ready for this game because we're going to get into it here soon. Oklahoma City Thunder just beat the absolute brakes off of the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis Grizzlies just got bent over a barrel. Oklahoma City Thunder made fools out of the Memphis Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies will come back a little stronger in Game 2, but I still don't see things going well. I think that should be a clean sweep for the Oklahoma City Thunder, especially looking at their records. When you look at 68-14 versus 48-34, big difference in those two teams. Okay, so OKC gets the W. Big W for OKC right there. The Lakers got wrecked yesterday. Last night's game between the Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves was a disappointment for most. I think even for Minnesota Timberwolves fans, it's exciting to get the win on the road against the Lakers in LA, but I've seen so many of these where, God, I love basketball sometimes, where a team will lose both of their home games in the series and then go away and win both of the road games, and then we're tied up at 2-2 after 4. So you're going to go to a game 7, at least a game 6, right? If not a game 7. And those just make it so much fun. Sometimes I love it, man. Sometimes basketball is a lot of fun to watch. Okay, Los Angeles Lakers, Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota Timberwolves got the win there. Denver Nuggets, Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers and the Nuggets went at it head-to-head. It was so close, guys. At the end of it all, it went into overtime. The Denver Nuggets got the win at the end of the game. So the Denver Nuggets are 1-0 in their matchup there. And tonight's game will be the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors. I will be covering that game tonight as well. Clap back season, says Sonny Carson. What up, Sonny? How you doing? Fist bumps to you, Sonny. Thanks for checking in, homie. Any good parlays for today? Not for me, dude. I'm not the parlay guy. I've got a couple of prop bets that I put up, but I can share my screen with you guys and go through some of the more common ones that are out there right now, ones in case you do want to make a couple of bets out there on DraftKings, Prize Picks, wherever you are. Okay, guys. Cleveland Cavaliers, Atlanta Hawks lost to the Miami Heat. So, Atlanta Hawks, I need to update this graphic. We're moving on to the Eastern Conference, ladies and gentlemen. So, in order to get to the playoffs, Chicago Bulls, Orlando Magic, the Atlanta Hawks and the Miami Heat went head-to-head, and the Atlanta Hawks, they fell. Miami Heat put up a really good fight, but now they're going to go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and it's widely expected, especially by looking at this record of 37-45 versus 64-18, that should be a pretty clean sweep for the Cleveland Cavaliers as well. Plenty of rest time for them. I think the Boston Celtics are going to get a lot of rest time as well. I think the Celtics should sweep the Magic there as well. The New York Knicks game, guys, I actually feel really bad. I bailed midway through the New York Knicks game just to get ready for that Lakers game. And that New York Knicks game was such a good game, even though it wasn't a whole lot of turnout and we didn't have a ton of people watching the live stream. At the end of it, that was a much more entertaining game than that Lakers game last night. So my apologies for bailing midway through the game just to get ready for the stream that I thought was going to be the bigger game overall. Turned out that I was wrong. Okay, let's take a look at the Pacers and Bucks. Pacers-Bucks, looks like the Pacers got the W there. Buccaneers, the Milwaukee Bucks, not so much. We are going to be covering, we covered this one, that one. Okay, so we're not going to be covering any more Eastern Conference games today, but we will be covering more. I'm going to cover at least one game every day for like the next 4 weeks, guys. So just something to consider. I'll be live every day. If you guys miss out, don't worry. I'll be back. I will be back. Orlando Magic, Boston Celtics, waiting for tip-off here in Boston. Happy Easter to those of you watching right now. Still waiting for tip-off here. We have not had any action just yet. I think they definitely intervene in the background for the beats. Players will always get will get sat down, one stat away from big wins. MVCK saying, I think ending the live drops the views. Maybe it did, man. It might have, dude. I think that might have hurt me in more ways than it benefited me. I should have just kind of sat back, buckled in, and just sucked it up and finished it. But I wanted to make sure that I was live early for the Lakers game because I feel like when people check into a live stream, if they like what they see, they're typically going to stick around. They're not going to bounce around to go find another channel if they like what they see, because chances are most of you guys, and I'm willing to bet that most of you guys have probably cycled through dozens, because I did it too. I did it for years, man. I never had access to the games, and because I never had access to the games, I would always try to find them on YouTube. and I'm speaking more specifically for football right now, I found Tom Grossi, I found Chat Sports, I found this guy, that guy, the other guy, and there are hundreds of people out there on YouTube trying to cover and do this style of content, but very few of them I felt like were good enough for me to want to sit down and actually listen to. So I'm trying to provide that for you guys. And if you guys are enjoying this content, man, just stick around. I'm not even going to ask you to hit the like button. I'm not even going to ask you to subscribe. I'm just going to ask you guys to hang out with me. Give me 5-10 minutes of your time today. And if you guys like what you see, then and only then should you hit the like button. Then and only then should you subscribe to this channel. We are in Boston here. We are now waiting for the tip-off. I am live in San Antonio, Texas. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Mario Manuel. You are watching Football Nation. Yes, you are watching basketball on Football Nation, not to confuse anybody, but we are going to be covering this during the offseason. We will be live during the NFL Draft, and we should have tip-off here momentarily. Just going to keep vamping until we get tip-off here right now. Paolo Banchero, they're talking about games. They're looking at points per game, 25.9 versus 24.4. They're actually comparing and showing the stats of Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. These guys combined put up at least 50 points per game between their two teams. Isaiah just subscribed. Appreciate you, Isaiah. Let's go. Fist bump, bro. All right. They are now introducing the starting lineups, players on the court. Let's go ahead and do the same from our side just one last time. Starters here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Wendell Carter at center. Power forward, Paolo Banchero. We've got small forward, Franz Wagner. Power forward, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and we're getting tip-off right now. I'm looking at this. It says small forward, small forward. One of these should be power forward. Going to have to update that. Here we go. There's tip-off, guys, and it looks like Derek White will get the tip-off to start. Derek White going to get the tip-off here to start. Refresh this page here. The first shot not going to land right there for the Boston Celtics. It is rebounded by Orlando, and Orlando will come back with it now. Orlando off the dribble, moving the ball around. Looks like Banchero backing down. Jrue Holiday, turnaround baseline jump shot off the front of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound under the rim there. Second chance bucket also no good. Rebounded by Porziņģis as he hands that off to Tatum. Tatum coming up court here. Tatum, left-handed shot off the glass. Not going to fall there. Sorry, guys, I'm pulling this up for y'all, giving y'all some more information. Moving the basketball around right now, moving it well as well. Orlando Magic, three-point shot will go off the front of the rim. No bucket there for Orlando. Coming back the other way, we've got Derek White moving the basketball to Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday, a three-point shot, no good off the front of the rim. This time, coming back the other way, it looks like Orlando going to drive this one, taking this one to the rack off the rim. That's a bucket there for the Magic. Let me pull this up. First points of the day for Orlando Magic are going to go to Wagner. So Wagner gets the first bucket there. And that's going to be a missed opportunity. The score is still 2-0. I'm going to have to update my screen here because sorry about this, guys. Let me get myself situated. Here we go. All right. There's the floater there for Derek White. Derek White makes the bucket for the Boston Celtics. The score is now 2-2. Coming back the other way with it are the Orlando Magic. Corey Joseph, the point guard in right now. He's working on his man. Passes this one to Banchero, who's connecting against White. It's going to be a shot against White. The shot will fall. Turnaround shot off the glass for Banchero. Hits. That is now 2 points for Banchero, 2 points for Wagner. Boston Celtics with possession. Kristaps Porziņģis finds Tatum. Tatum now working on his man. A bit of a mismatch here as he's working on Wendell Carter. Kristaps Porziņģis now working on his man, working against Banchero. Porziņģis from the top of the key will hit the shot. The score is 4-4. Good shot for Porziņģis as he takes the shot in the fadeaway. Corey Joseph moving the ball around. Joseph. Here we go. There's a big shot from Wendell Carter. No bucket there off the back of the rim. It's going to come back the other way for the Boston Celtics. And now Derek White going to slow things down. Kristaps Porziņģis against Carter. Tatum now against Caldwell-Pope. Tatum on the drive in the paint, gets stripped right there. He is fouled, and he will go to the stripe to shoot a couple of free throws. Jayson Tatum going to go to the line to shoot a couple. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Football Nation. I am your host. My name is Mario Manuel. I've got some stats and some data over here on the right-hand side for y'all. These are the numbers that you're probably looking for. If you are betting on sports today, you can put your fingers on the screen and zoom on in. Just go ahead and put your fingers on the screen, mira, and go. Easy stuff. You can see all the numbers over there on the right-hand side. Jayson Tatum's first shot goes off the front of the rim. It is short. And so on the court right now for the Boston Celtics, we've still got Porziņģis, White, Holiday, Brown, and Tatum. On the court for the Magic right now, Banchero, Wagner, Joseph, Caldwell-Pope, and Carter Jr. There's the shot. The second shot, both free throws, no good there for Jayson Tatum. He will miss both. Corey Joseph coming back his way against Brown. Joseph to Pope, Caldwell-Pope. And this one's going to get stripped out of the hands of Banchero, who was under the rim right there. Banchero loses the basketball. It is off the hands of the Boston Celtics. It will remain Orlando Magic basketball. 8 minutes and 44 seconds. The score is 4-4. 8:44 left to go in the first. There's the inbounded pass. Here we go. Moving the basketball around well. A little pump fake, a step back shot. It will be a two-point shot off the rim. No good there. Rebounded this time by Wagner. Wagner will pull up and shoot a three. Wagner's shot no good. It is going to be rebounded this time by the Boston Celtics. Tatum going to come down the court with it. Rebound by Porziņģis, by the way, as he collides with Wagner on the other side of the court. Jayson Tatum moving the basketball around well. Good pass over to Brown. Brown inside the paint. Kicks it out to number 9. That is White, and Derek White hits the shot in the corner. So the Boston Celtics go up 7-4. And so the Celtics take their first lead here. And now we're going to put the ball in the hands of their best player, and that is swatted by Porziņģis as Banchero tries to get the layup, can't quite get it, and coming back the other way, Brown runs into Wagner, a bit of a hip check. He gets rocked and is down on the ground, picked up by his team, and he will go to the stripe to shoot 2 as well. Let's see how that comment section is going. What's up with you guys out here? We got Harold, who checked back in. What's up, Harold? Good to have you back, my friend. Isaiah saying, got the over on White. Hi, Robert. Spit it out, Mario. What's up, Lucinda? How you doing, girl? All right, y'all, let's get back into this game. Brown on the dribble here. Brown working against his man. Brown working against Carter. But a little bit of a mismatch. Brown with the speed and going to blow right past Carter on that play. Left-handed layup. Beautiful shot for the Boston Celtics. Celtics now up 9-4. It's a 7-0 run for the last 2.5 minutes here for Boston. Corey Joseph working on Brown. Joseph finds his man on Wagner. Wagner, Tatum. Wagner going against Tatum. Wagner faking the pass. He will pass up over the top. A big lob there. Corey Joseph kicks out to Wagner. Wagner, a bit of a hesitation, kicks it out one more time. Banchero, a shot for 3 will hit. The shot is good. The score is now 7-9 on the three-point ball. Okay, we've got Jrue Holiday backing down a man, and now we've got Jrue Holiday working against Banchero. Holiday passes this one over to Brown. Brown, a little jab step right here, working inside the baseline, trying to poke that one away, and now Banchero loses his man, moving the ball well. Boston Celtics find Derek White in the corner. Derek White shot off the rim, no good. Rebounded this time by Orlando. Don't lose the basketball there, Banchero. Banchero finds Corey Joseph. Joseph to Carter. Carter to Wagner. Wagner working on Porziņģis. Wagner gonna lose the basketball here. Lost control as he tried to drive. Too strong. Porziņģis, a difficult shot. He is fouled on the way up. No bucket there. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Looks like we're going to go straight to a commercial break. And that's going to give us a little bit of time. The score is 7-9. Orlando trails by 2. The Boston Celtics up 9-7 with 6:20 left to go in the first. How are you doing? 50-point leads. Not in this one. Not yet, sweet boy. We got Neil checking in. We've got the Petty. What is that? I hope it's not a blowout like the last game. That last game was trash, dude. It was like boo-boo. That doo-doo. Lucinda's in the house, not JT. This might be a blowout like the OKC game. I hope not. Been here since fantasy football. Keep it up, bro. Appreciate you, Sonny Carson. All right, guys. Thanks, y'all, for checking into this live stream right now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and end this one. All right, let's find out. Here we go. Who will score the most points in quarter one? Who will score the most points in quarter one? Is it going to be the Magic? Or is it going to be the Celtics? We got 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Let's find out what we got going on. Pass the energy. I see you pass the energy. He says, yo, is Tatum even there? LOL. Why are they doing him like this? He's the star. He is the star. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, bro. Okay. We'll start by taking a look at Jayson Tatum here. Perfect. I'm going to move this out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave this up right here. These are all of the numbers for Jayson Tatum. On the left side, ladies and gentlemen, you can see his regular season stats. On the right side, his postseason stats. What I'm going to read aloud to you right now is his stats for today. So today, Jayson Tatum has been on the court the entire time, so he's already got about 6 minutes of playing time. He has a big fat goose egg, 0 points. He does have 2 rebounds, so that is going to help him out a little bit here in this rebounds category. But he has 0 assists. He has been very quiet. He has been a bit of a ghost today, not going to lie. On the court right now, we are in the middle of a commercial break, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the middle of a commercial break, and when we get back from this commercial break, Celtics took their first full timeout, by the way, which is why we are in this commercial break to begin with. And let me pull this back up. Let's do it this way. Okay. On the court right now, Kristaps Porziņģis has 2 points. Derek White has 5. Derek White leads this team in points. Of course, there are only 9 points right now, but Derek White has 5 points. Porziņģis has 2 points. Brown has 2 points. Jrue Holiday has nothing right now, and it looks like Jayson Tatum also has nothing right now. I pointed to White when I meant to point to Porziņģis up there. Anyway, it's not the point. The point is that those are the numbers as it sits right here, right now for the Boston Celtics. On the other side, if we look at the starters here for the Orlando Magic, Banchero has 5 points. Wagner has 2. Nobody else has scored. Only 2 players on this team have scored. Let's see if they can. Answer back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back from this commercial break. We're going to have some action here in just a moment. Let's see what happens here. All right, looks like Porziņģis takes his first free throw. That free throw will fall. The first shot is good. The score is now 10-7. Score is now 10-7. This has to be updated. I think I can go to ESPN. I'll go to ESPN and see if I can't update that. That's the second shot. That shot will fall. Inbounding this one, the score is 11-7. And here's the drive coming down court right now. Wagner on the drive. Wagner, a little move, a little Euro step as he lays that up on the left side of the glass. Euro step looks good. And here we go. Boston bringing this one back. Boston shot off the backboard. It goes in. Brown looking for the foul. He's not going to get it. He did get the bucket, though. The score is 19-3. Behind the back pass. Banchero kicks this one out. Wagner out there. Looks like right now Black is on the court. Filling in for Corey Joseph at point guard. So Orlando, trailing by 4, kicks this one out. Little pump fake here. Wagner will take the three-point shot. Wow, Wagner hits that shot in good fashion. Love to see that. That's a three-point shot. That shot is made. The score now is 13-12. The Boston Celtics up by just 1. Jayson Tatum working against Wagner. Jayson Tatum now looking against Carter. There's the shot. That shot going to hit the backboard, going to hit the rim, going to bounce back up, and going to end up in the hands of Banchero. Banchero fakes the drive. He kicks this one out to Anthony Black. It's actually Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Anthony Black is out there, though. But here we go. Wagner going to give this basketball away, coming back the other way. Going to put that behind him off the Wow, a beautiful block from behind right there. The Orlando Magic get a nice block. Derek White, though, for three. The 28-foot jump shot. It's good. Derek White hits. The score is 16-12. 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Looks like they're going to call a foul, a charge, off-ball charging foul with 4:43 left to go. And it looks like just a bad move right there. They're going to say that that was an illegal screen. So an illegal screen right there, that puts the basketball back in the hands of the Boston Celtics. Can the Boston Celtics extend their lead after that mistake made right there by the Orlando Magic? Inbounding the basketball now are the Boston Celtics. Here's Jrue Holiday finding Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum backing down a man. Jayson Tatum going to hand this one off. Moving the basketball around now are the Boston Celtics. We've got Cornet on the floor and Hauser on the floor. Spin move there. Holiday will lose the basketball on his own. This will end up being Orlando's basketball. Little too much movement there for Jrue Holiday. Inbounding the basketball after the turnover are the Orlando Magic. Orlando coming up court with it right now. On the court right now for Orlando, we've got Banchero, Caldwell Pope, Houston, Isaac, and Black moving the basketball around. This time, the only starter on the court right now is Banchero. He will take the shot. He will miss the shot. It is rebounded there by Anthony Black. And they're playing a small game right now. So it looks like they're going to fight the bigs with the smalls. Difficult shot and difficult rebounding here. Wow, you got 1 second. Put the shot up. You're running out of time. Yeah, there was a mistake right there. That basketball touched the rim. They should have gotten 14 seconds back on the clock. The officials didn't fix the shot clock after that went off the rim. The extra effort, they're showing this right here. So there was an offensive rebound. Orlando went and put that shot back up. It did touch the rim. That should have restarted the shot clock, and it didn't. So here it is. Yeah. That shot off the rim should have given them 14 seconds, and it never changed. So they will get another shot at this. They're going to give them 12 seconds on the play clock. Orlando will retain possession right here. I don't understand. I always thought that that was automated. I didn't realize that that was a manual adjustment that needed to be made in order to adjust the play clock there. But, okay, I like it. That's the fair call. That's the right call. Orlando down by 4. There's a good ball movement here. A difficult shot. He is hit on the shot and one. And that is Jonathan Isaac, the small forward, power forward, who just laid it up and in right now to make this a 2-point game. Difficult shot there. He did have a man on his back. And that was draped all over him. That was Luke Cornet for the Boston Celtics, who was on top of him. All right, guys, are you still with me? Are you following what is going on right now? We have a free throw happening right now for Isaac. Isaac's free throw will miss. It is rebounded by Jayson Tatum, and the Orlando Magic will not convert the three-point play. Boston Celtics have the basketball now with 3:30 left to go. Boston up 16-14. Jayson Tatum working on his man. A kick out to the left-hand side. The wing three not going to fall right there. A tough shot for anyone, but difficult shot right there for Sam Hauser. So Sam Hauser's shot no good. It goes out of bounds. It remains Celtics ball. Baseline inbound pass. They're going to inbound this one to Luke Cornet. Cornet working on his man. Gives the ball to Tatum. Tatum on the drive. Tatum will go up off the glass. A difficult shot being double covered. It goes in. The shot will count. The score is 18-14. It's a 4-point game. 4-point game. Orlando Magic coming back with it. 3 minutes left to go in the first. So here we go. Working his magic. Banchero, step back, jump shot will fall. Easy bucket there. The score is 16-18, and the Boston Celtics now have the ball. Banchero, Paolo Banchero today, 7 points. He's 50% from the floor. Moving the ball around. A three-point shot will fall right there for Al Horford in the corner, just sitting, waiting for that one. Good shot by Al Horford. Moving the basketball around well. It's a 5-point game here. There's the drive off the glass. No will not fall. Another shot, this time corner three, also not going to fall. Offensive rebound again, third chance, fourth chance, not going to fall. All of these offensive rebounds in the Orlando Magic cannot finish. The score is 21-16. Fadeaway jump shot, not going to fall for Boston. Jrue Holiday with the miss right there. Orlando Magic. Orlando trying to get this one in. Good ball movement, good handles there. And Anthony Black going to miss the layup. And this time, Banchero will step up, take the shot a little too strong, and hits both sides of the rim, and another miss. Guys, 33% from the floor right now. Orlando looks terrible. Al Horford yelling at the official right now, and he's about to get a technical. The way he's talking to that referee, I don't know. I always get so nervous when those guys go up to the referees and talk to them the way that they do. And Al Horford, all he was doing was backing up. Al Horford was literally just backing up, but he backed up, and I guess he put his arm over Anthony Black, knocked him down. Maybe I guess they saw a swipe. The officials saw something that they didn't want to see. That's going to be a foul. That'll be a foul for Al Horford. That's his first foul of the day. And, yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. And it's a great way to stay in shape. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's look at this, guys. Scroll up just a little bit more. This is the score. We've got 150 left to go. You tracking? We got 150 left to go in the first quarter of this game. Over here, Boston Celtics are up 21-16 over the Orlando Magic. We are in the middle of a commercial break. You're not missing anything right now. Orlando called their first timeout, 60-second timeout called by Orlando. That being said, that 60-second timeout, while we're in this 60-second break, let's break this down. You can see over here on the right-hand side, 33% from the field, 33% from behind the arc. On the other side, the Boston Celtics are shooting 50%, and they're looking pretty good. I mean, they're actually getting to the stripe. They're getting free throws. They're getting opportunities. And the Boston Celtics right now are playing a better game. If we scroll down just a little bit, we can see all of the players' statistics and their numbers and their stats for today. Highest scoring player on the court right now for the Boston Celtics is Al Horford with that three-point shot that he made. But the highest scoring player on the team for today is Derek White for the Boston Celtics. On the other side, Orlando Magic. Banchero has 7 points today. He's also got 2 boards. Kind of a messy game, if I do say so. We are in the middle of a commercial break, guys. We are not missing any of the action right now. If we want to take a closer look here, why don't we take a closer look at this power forward comparison, because this is the matchup I think that everybody wants to see. So Jayson Tatum today, 2 points, 3 rebounds. Paolo Banchero, 7 points, 2 rebounds. This is what they have done all season long, though. So during the regular season, Jayson Tatum has been head and shoulders better than Paolo Banchero for like the entire season, except for, I guess, that blocked shot category, but neither of these guys are really that big of shot blockers. Point is that I like this matchup. I like that one-on-one matchup. Team versus team matchup. I'm actually surprised that the Orlando Magic are holding up as well as they are, if I'm being honest. Oh, we're at a commercial break. Let me see if I can't find ESPN. Hang tight. Oh, I don't even have to go anywhere, because I got the Fire Stick now. Let's see if I can find ESPN. ES should be faster on that one than this case at. Huh. So I guess ESPN right now is showing the Jersey Devils at Carolina Hurricanes. So no, not that game. It said ESPN on whatever. Doesn't matter. We've got the game. We've got the game. I thought I would get it coming in faster. Didn't work out that way. Let's take a look at the comments area. See what's going on with you guys. Celtics on a repeat mission, says Jermaine Event. What's up, Jermaine Event? VJ Sampson, is Peyton playing? I got a big bet on him. Cold War saying, where was the tech at? Well, where was the technical foul? I didn't see it. So no Peyton. No Peyton, VJ. Back to the action right now. Sorry for not reading those comments earlier, guys. I'll try to read those during the next commercial break. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go here in the first. Moving the basketball around pretty well are the Orlando Magic. Here we go off the drive. Anthony Black, left hand inside the paint. Will he get this one up? They're going to call a travel against him as it looks like his feet were shuffling around inside the paint. That'll be a travel against the Orlando Magic. It'll go back to the Boston Celtics. What was that? That looked like a travel to me, but I mean, does this mean something else that's not travel? That's what the official did. I don't know. Here's a three-point shot. That shot will not land. It's rebounded by the Boston Celtics. The score is 21-16. Al Horford kicks this one out to the left-hand side, working his way around, finding a man out here. This is going to be a wide-open three-point shot there for Peyton Pritchard. There you go. There's your boy Peyton. It's on ABC, says Tyler Fletcher. Okay, thanks. I will find it on ABC. Here we go. Kicking this one around. This time Wagner working on his man. Wagner working on Pritchard. There's a kick outward. A little pump fake, stepping in. The shot from just outside the paint. That will go off the glass. A nice little bucket right there. Not a beautiful bucket, but hey, it'll count. So that's a shot by Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony makes the shot. Kish, says Jermaine Event. Here we go. Off the dribble, Jayson Tatum. Nice little flip around right there. He does the this way, that way, fadeaway jump shot. Hits that shot. Jayson Tatum makes the bucket. The score is now 26-18. Jayson Tatum up to 4 points, 50% from the field. 4 rebounds for him today. 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter here. It looks like the Boston Celtics are going to end the quarter with the most points here. Off the dribble, Franz Wagner trying to work on his man. A step back three for Wagner. Off the back of the rim, will not fall. This one goes out of bounds. It should be Boston Celtics ball, or it should actually stay here for the Orlando Magic. Let's see what they say. Denoy Plakal. Denoy, I'm honestly just going to go for who I think is the best team right now, and in my opinion, that's the Boston Celtics. I like to see good basketball, so I don't really care who wins. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan. We are in San Antonio right now. Here's the inbounded pass, and with 2 seconds left to go, a wide three-point shot, a bomb, not going to fall. That's the end of the first quarter. That is the end of the first quarter. The end of the first quarter, the score is 26-18. Okay. Not a bad first half. Let's read some of these comments. Normally, guys, or not a bad first quarter. Okay, here's what we do. During commercial breaks, I like to do one of two things. I like to either read some stats, which I've read some stats today, and I also like to read the chats. I owe you guys some chats, so let's find out what you guys are thinking. Look, if this is your first time on this channel, this is a great time to say hello. This is what I like to say. If this is your first time watching, let's see your last 5 emojis. And if it's not your first time watching, feel free to play along as well. I'm going to say hi to you guys. I'm going to give y'all some official shout-outs right now. First quarter has concluded. The score after first 12 minutes of play, Boston Celtics 26, Orlando Magic 18. Let's see who's out there. Christian, I see you out there. He says the Orlando Magic may get 1 game, but that's it. But to believe that Dwight Howard is actually saying that the Magic are going to win this series is just outlandishly crazy. Well, yeah, Dwight Howard is going to say that, of course, but it's Dwight Howard. He's about as smart as a bag of bricks. Or a stack of bricks, I guess. Kudos. Let's see. Harold saying hello to everyone. What's up, Harold? How you doing? Luka didn't get those 50 points. I apologize, Father Time. I know. Couldn't quite cover that, but, I mean, it is what it is. Maybe he would have had more points if the team wasn't so terrible. The Lakers played like boo-boo last night. Dude, the Lakers were so bad last night. I see Golfer Fanatic out here saying, I'm a Celtics fan in Orlando, so give me the C's in 5. Nice golfer. Shout out to you. Appreciate you being here, Mr. Golfer Fanatic. Dank Bud, happy 420 to you, Dank Bud. NFL is 10 times better than the NBA. Well, that's why this channel's called Football Nation, and that's why we say, let's effing go. That's why that's our logo. You get it? You get it? You get it. Anyways, yeah, dude, I agree. I love basketball, but I like basketball, but I love the NFL. And I think what I really like about the NFL is that there's like that built-in scarcity, that built-in anticipation. Like the opening game of this series, I think some people will watch, and I think the closeout game of this series, I also think some people will watch. But I don't think people are going to be like watching Game 5 when it's not a closeout game, when it's 2-2. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that those are going to be. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Right? This is my first time ever covering basketball, so we're coming back from this commercial break here shortly. Thank you, Harold. I appreciate that. Jermaine Event, I see you with the fire. We've got Tatjana. I see you out here with those hazardous-looking emojis. Trade them all, Luca. Is he actually showing the game? Mitchell Keenan, you're listening to a color radio broadcast of this game. Right now we are in the middle of a commercial break. And it is the start of the second quarter. We're going to have the start of the second quarter here momentarily. About 200 people hanging out with us. Be sure to hit that like button if you guys are still with us. If you've been around for 5-10 minutes and have had your attention, be sure to hit that like button, guys. If we can get to 100 likes on this live stream, that would be awesome. Let's see. American Bulldog team, I see you with the fire, my friend. Appreciate that. Welcome in, American Bulldog. Was so sad you weren't here for the first game, but we booked a win, have Boston -12 this game. Let's stream away. Josh, dude, that last game was an embarrassment. And I'm actually glad I didn't cover that last game because when you cover blowouts like last night's game with the Lakers, they're not as fun to watch, man. You just wait for them to be over. We're back to the action, ladies and gentlemen. Game on. We've got a man off the dribble here. That's a floater that will fall as Wagner hits the shot. Inbounded there by the Boston Celtics. And looks like Derek White is going to be bumped on that one. Banchero is on the sideline right now being interviewed as the Boston Celtics inbound the basketball. Hit that like button, says Harold. John. Right over here on the right-hand side for you, John. Right over here on the right-hand side for you, my friend. I'll bring up the box scores and some later stuff here during halftime. Here we go, guys. There was a, looks like that is out of bounds. I got lots of stats, John. If you want some stats, we can talk stats all day. I got lots of graphics that I put together for you guys, so stick around. I've got some cool stuff to show you. Here we go. There's the inbounded pass. The Boston Celtics with 5 seconds left to go on the play clock here. Off the dribble, moving around. A step-back shot. Pritchard steps into the shot. They will say that that is a foul, and that will be a 3-point foul, a 3-shot foul right there. That'll be the second against Carter Jr. The Hawks game coverage was crazy. The Heat-Hawks game coverage was crazy. The Heat-Hawks game was insane, dude. That was a good game. He definitely stepped into that one. I don't know if I like that 3-point. Pritchard definitely leaned into him to get that. He could have taken a shot. But so the officials are reviewing this. Let's find out what they have to say. Much love from El Paso. Well, much love from San Antonio to you, sir. Appreciate that. And Isaiah, I appreciate you too, sir. Someone else is on trivia duty today. Who? Oh, that's because yesterday in the chat area, Father Time was taking over those duties. I see. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we've got a couple of free throws coming up right now. So it looks like Peyton Pritchard did draw the foul. It is a 3-shot foul. The first of the 3 shots will fall. The score is now 27-20. The score is now 27-20. Watching from Athens, Georgia. Shout out to you, Harold. What up, Gary? Second shot will fall. The score is now 28-20. How you doing, Gary? Good to have you in here, sir. Appreciate you. I'm covering the Warriors and the Rockets, but not the Heat and the Cavs. That third shot will also fall, and now it looks like the Boston Celtics are starting to pull ahead. The score is 29-20. Orlando with 20, Boston with 29. Peyton Pritchard, 3 minutes, 6 points already. And what makes things so difficult for Orlando is that they only have 2 players that can actually shoot here. They literally only have 2 players that can shoot. There was a blocked shot right there. Coming back the other way. A quick 3-point shot will fall. And another shot for Pritchard. Hey, whoever had Peyton Pritchard out there, you're getting your shots in, buddy. Washington State, beautiful PNW. What up to you, man? Put him in body bags, says Jermaine Event. 32-20. Another shot from Peyton Pritchard, and he is on fire right now. Why don't we talk about it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Boston Celtics doing their thing. They are up 32-20 right now, and the Boston Celtics are looking pretty solid. The number, you know who has the most points on this team right now? It's none of these guys. It's not Derek White. It's not Porziņģis. It's not Jayson Tatum. It's not Jrue Holiday. It's not Jaylen Brown. The man with the most points on this team right now is Peyton Pritchard. He has 9 points in just 2.5 minutes. 9 points already in this quarter alone. He just got onto the court, guys. He just got onto the court. He's out here doing his thing already. And we've had Al Horford scoring points as well. So Al Horford with, let's take a look at that. 3 points for Horford, 9 points for Pritchard. That's 12 bench points already, not to mention a few rebounds from the bench players as well. On the other side, if we look at bench points, if we look at points outside of Banchero and Wagner, it's literally just 4. So on the other side here, if we look at this, of the 20 points, Wagner has 9. So of the 20 points, Franz Wagner has 9 and Banchero has 7. Someone earlier said that he would score 30 points today. Someone said Paolo would score 30 points. Dude, sorry to break it to you. I don't see that happening. I don't see Paolo scoring 30 against this Boston Celtics defense. Against any other team, maybe. Against any other team, maybe. But the Boston Celtics defense isn't just your regular run-of-the-mill defense, guys. This is the second best defense in the NBA at allowing points. Actually, coincidentally enough, the best defense in the NBA as far as points per game allowed is the Orlando Magic. They are number 1. They are number 1. And you can see that right here. But the Boston Celtics, across the board, are the better defensive team and the better offensive team, and it is showing today. Today, from the field, guys, field goal percentage today, 55%. 55%. That would put them smack down here in first place. And three-pointer percentage, they are shooting 50% from beyond the arc. Yes, 50%. This is the same way that John Morant, this is the same way that the, not John Morant, this is the same way that the Minnesota Timberwolves and Anthony Edwards and company were able to absolutely dismantle the LA Lakers. It was a great shooting day, regardless of the officiating in that game. It was a great shooting day for them. It seems to be a great shooting day today for the Boston Celtics, although it's not coming through Jayson Tatum. It's coming through Pritchard and Derek White, who are really pushing the envelope today. Put him in body bags, says Jermaine. Watching from London. What up, Shamel? Good to have you in here. Let's bring it home. Boston, I see you, Josh. Oh, my God, let's go, VJ says. I have him over 19. I have him for over 19 for points, rebounds, and assists. I like that. Oof, over on a triple-double. Pritchard out there like angry. Little miniature Doberman. I have the mad emoji on Prize Picks for him. All right, guys, we're going to get some action here in just a moment. But, question mark, we're coming back from the commercial break that we were just in. Timeout had been called. Peyton Pritchard, 3 minutes, 9 points. Inbounding the basketball now, the Orlando Magic. Down by 12 with 10 minutes left to go here in the first half. Can they find a way to narrow that gap? Here we go. Off the dribble here. Backing a man down. Kicking this one out to the wing. On the drive. Kicks it out to Wagner. Wagner for 3. Wagner shot off the back of the rim. Rebounded offensively here by Orlando. This time, we've got Paolo on the dribble. Paolo doing his thing, working against Al Horford. Finds Wagner here. Those are the only two guys on this team that really produce. Tough shot there for Wagner. It falls. The score is 22-32. Tough shot there for Wagner. I can't believe he hit that. Bingus Bongus. Binkus Bonkus? All I saw was bong because it's 420. I don't see a triple-double in the playoffs. It's possible. Here we go. Good ball movement. Moving this one inside the paint. Porziņģis. Tough shot. Tough shot again. Tried to get the putback. Couldn't quite get it. It is rebounded by Orlando. Orlando coming back with it. Here is Wagner working on his man. Wagner passing the ball around. Corey Joseph back to Wagner. Wagner. I don't know if that was Joseph or not. That might have been Harris. There's the floater for Franz Wagner. The shot is no good. was Cole Anthony. Anyways, okay. Moving the basketball around now, we've got the Boston Celtics doing their thing. Here we go. Boston Celtics moving the ball around. Boston Celtics on the drive. 6 seconds left on the play clock. A nice little sidestep there as the bucket falls. Where did this go? Here we go. Back-to-back shots. This time Wagner puts that one in as well. I apologize for this, guys. I'm getting a little distracted reading my comments here. The score is now 34-24. It's a 10-point game with 8:53 left to go. The Boston Celtics have the basketball in hand, and Brown is working on Wagner. Brown has that ball poked away, but now we're getting players running into each other quite a bit. And a lot of traffic, a lot of ball movement right here. Pritchard becoming very difficult to contain. There's a shot from Brown. Brown's shot will fall. He took every minute, every second off of that play clock. Paolo on Horford. Horford on Paolo. Paolo with ball in hand. Now he's got Porziņģis matched up against. Has to find that around. Wow, he gets swatted on that. They're going to call a foul. So Banchero is going to get a shot at the free throw line. Paolo going to go to the free throw line. Let's see what happens now for Orlando. Guys, on the court for the Orlando Magic, Wagner, Banchero, Joseph, Caldwell, and Carter. On the court for the Celtics, Pritchard, White, Brown, Porziņģis, and Horford. Okie dokie. Here we go. First free throw will fall. Let's see if he can start to heat up here. Definitely going to get a couple of buckets. Pritchard. They're showing the highlight reel here. They're showing this that nasty little step back jump shot. Pritchard with that good move right there. Here's that extra free throw. The second free throw is good. So Banchero hits both of his shots. The score is 36-28. 36-26. Boston Celtics up by 10. 8:09 left to go. Derek White getting chased down. Derek White will step inside the paint, shoot a shot, and miss. Ugly shot right there. He brings that basketball back in, but it is corralled by the Orlando Magic. Moving the basketball around. That is tipped in traffic. Trying to keep his composure here. Corey Joseph finds Banchero. Paolo on the drive. Paolo left hand off the glass against Brown. The shot falls. The shot is good. It's 28-36. Boston up. Boston Celtics with the basketball here. Here's Pritchard. Pritchard doing his thing. Pritchard, a nice little move here. Kicks this one out to White. White wide open. White shot. Splash! The shot is good. The score is 39-28 Boston. That's an assist there for Pritchard and another shot this time for Derek White. This is a game of the smalls, not a game of the bigs, that's for sure. All right. On the dribble here, Banchero, Paolo, a little pump fake, moving the ball around. There's a shot for three. That shot will fall right there. This time, Caldwell Pope hits the bucket. And the score is 39-31. It is an 8-point game. When we go back to a commercial break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, timeout was called right there by the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics called the timeout, and we are here. We are live. All right, y'all. Let's see. Try to read some comments. I don't know what happened out there while I was calling those plays, but whatever happened, appreciate you, Robert. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live coming at y'all from San Antonio, Texas. And my goal is just to keep you guys entertained. Look, I know that finding these basketball games, trying to get them for free is a difficult challenge to try and do. All I want to do is make sure that you guys are entertained and keeping you guys engaged. So let's find out and let's learn a little bit more about you guys. I've seen this question pop up a few times. Let's end this Q&A. And let's start the Q&A. Let's see. We've got some new people in here watching today. Who is your favorite NBA team? That is the question that I want to ask you guys right now. Who is your favorite NBA team? Let me know. Drop it in the comments right now. I see Harold, Jermaine, I see Gary, I see Father Time, Robert, Danny out here. Danny's out here hanging out. Darius, I see you. Is that Darice? Darice? Mr. White, what's up? Out from Boston. Robert Samora, how about them San Antonio Spurs? Let's go, bro. The Orlando Magic, says Tyler Fletcher. Okay. And Danny is a Magic fan as well. The Petty saying right now, is that Tapetty? Am I saying that right? I don't know how to say your name, man. But shout out to you, saying the Lakers, meatball, let's go. Go Spurs, go, bro. I need to get me a Wemby jersey. I definitely got to get me a Wemby jersey. Rodman with the Spurs, man. How about them? All teams from the 80s. I like the teams from the early 2000s personally. Kenny Chapman saying the Denver Nuggets. Dude, that Nuggets game yesterday was so good. Fire Stream says Jermaine Event. Appreciate you. Mr. Gimme Rush saying Orlando Magic. Shout out to the Orlando Magic fans out there. Shamel saying, am I saying that right as well? Shamel, what's up? He's saying Celtics. Reese, I see that. Nikita saying Boston. How about them Boston Celtics? Nikita, I see you, Nikita, saying Celtics, baby. Let's go. Shout out to you. Timberwolves and Lakers, says Harold. Man, so you must have been torn yesterday. That must have been a tough game for you to watch. Got it. Watching from New Hampshire. I don't see that very often. NH, right? New Hampshire? Don't see that very often. Madeline saying Knicks, but I want to keep up with all the games in the playoffs. Madeline, Madeline, I will keep that in mind, and I will cover the Knicks game. I think there's a Knicks game on Tuesday. Is that right? Who you got? Is that Genebra Kings? NSD? Not quite sure. Who do I got? I've got the Celtics in this one. Celtics, duh, says Isaiah. Warriors in the 90s. All right, guys, not going to have a chance to read everybody's comments, but I do appreciate you guys checking in. There's action on the basketball court right now. Let's get back to it. The score is 39-31. Boston Celtics lead by 8. Here's the shot chart down below, and of course all of the players' stats and numbers for all of you guys who are doing your daily fantasy sports. Moving the basketball around well, Derek White passes into Porziņģis. Porziņģis will lose the basketball here. Here we go. Banchero, Paolo, trying to back down a guy. Here's a shot from three-point land. Caldwell Pope's shot goes off the back of the rim, rebounded by Porziņģis. Here is Brown coming in now. Brown off the dribble. Brown going to move the ball around. Porziņģis to White. White to shoot the three. White shot short. Rebounded this time by the Orlando Magic. Paolo Banchero right now working on, looks like Horford. Banchero doing his thing. Banchero doing his thing, a little spin around. Going to move the basketball here. How about the way Orlando has been playing to stay relevant in this game? Jayson Tatum saying that basketball was out on Orlando. The basketball did go out of bounds right now. They're going to give this ball to Orlando. I don't know. Might have been off his leg. No, that's definitely Jayson Tatum. That's the right call by the officials. Good job. Okay, inbounded pass. 4 seconds on the play clock, on the shot clock. There's a shot that falls for Banchero. Paolo with the three. Boo! Let's go. All right, sorry about that. I don't know why I did that. And you guys seem to be correcting me on my pronunciation. I'll take it, but I'm just going to call him Paolo. Okay. Off the dribble here, inbound pass, Boston Celtics, spin around jump shot. That shot off the front of the rim, not going to land right there. Here we go, coming back the other way with it. Corey Joseph trying to chase down Brown, pushing it. Moving the basketball around. There's a shot from three-point land. That shot will fall right there. That is Caleb Houston. And now it's a 2-point game. It's a 9-0 run in the past 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And now Derek White moving the basketball around. Jayson Tatum, Derek White for three. Derek White shot will fall, and the score is now 42-37. It's now a 5-point game. There's the shot. And Banchero's shot will fall. Okay, inbounding the pass. And the Boston Celtics on the dribble right now. Boston Celtics, there's Brown. Brown kicking out. One more shot. Horford going to go up here, finds Brown. Brown inside the paint. A lot of traffic there. Brown can't hit, but you know what? It doesn't matter because that shot is cleaned up by Luke Cornett. And that is it. The Magic came to play, says the GOAT. The Magic did come to play, didn't it? Denoy saying for attention? What? Does anyone think that the Magic can actually win this game? Wow, a big three-point shot, 26-footer right there. Man, there's no denying that the Orlando Magic are not looking to give up right now. That was a big shot right there by Banchero. Moving the ball around, Derek White to Tatum. Tatum backing a man down. Tatum trying to get that shot off a fadeaway jump shot. No good. It is rebounded there by Banchero. It's a team rebound, honestly. Here's the drive right there. Banchero off the glass. It is blocked by Derek White from behind. And this time, Jayson Tatum going to do a little spin move, get inside the paint. He will lose the basketball. He's going to get that one and kick that out of bounds on accident. I took care of it at Football Nation. What do you mean they're neck and neck? I thought you said Paolo not scoring 30. I did say that. And you know what? Was pretty sure that wasn't going to happen, but it looks like he's going to have to if they're going to win this game. Guys, this is a very close game. We've got a score of 44-42. Orlando Magic with the basketball right now. Here off the dribble, moving the ball around. Paolo doing his thing. Moving the ball around. One more shot, little pump fake right there. Behind the back, Jayson Tatum saw that. He predicted the future as he plucked that basketball out of the air on the backwards behind the back pass. It wasn't even looking at it. There's the shot. That shot is blocked, and Brown is down on the ground right now. And so the Boston Celtics come away with no points. Oh, a difficult pass right there. There's a big wide open three. No bucket. And it will be recovered offensively here. Someone's got to hit this shot. Orlando still has the ball with 2:49 left to go. Trying to slow this down. 5 seconds left on the play clock. No time to really go slow. This time, Banchero for three. Off the back of the rim. Okay. Coming back the other way. That is going to be tipped, but not actually shot right there. All right, guys. Derek White with 8 seconds left to go on the play clock, moving the basketball around. Jayson Tatum will shoot a three-point shot. That one will miss. It is rebounded this time by Caldwell Pope. Okay. Paolo with the ball in hand. There's the move inside. That is going to be swatted by Brown. Brown. Nope, there's a shot outside. Caldwell Pope for three. Hits the shot, and the score is 45-44. Orlando up by 1. 45-44 Orlando with 1:48 left to go in the first half. Reaching 300 likes, says Harold. Thank you for the update, my friend. Anything can happen, says Harold. Here we go. Derek White working on his man. Derek White will find Tatum. Tatum going to turn around and shoot that shot from the elbow. A beautiful fadeaway jump shot will land there for Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum now up to 6 points today. And that is going to be no good. Celtics, stop playing. I'm calling repeat and shut out. Pritchard back. Bring Pritchard back. Banchero might be getting those 30 points. Looks like this might be a quick commercial break. Okay, let's see what Banchero can do. This time it's Wagner inside, and the dunk gonna be there for Jonathan Isaac of the Orlando Magic. Orlando now back up by 1. Orlando 47-46. Boston with the basketball in hand. 67 seconds left to go in the first half. A big three-point shot not gonna land for Jayson Tatum. Looked like the offensive rebound was going into the hands of Porziņģis. The officials want to talk about who has possession. They're gonna have to review it here. I think they're pointing in the direction of Orlando, and that Orlando will get the basketball. So at halftime, we will have halftime in just a minute. But Banchero has been doing his thing. There's a shot for Wagner. Wagner's shot will hit. All right, Paolo Banchero having himself a day. Looks like Wagner hit his shot as well. He's got 15 points. The Boston Celtics now trail by 3, ladies and gentlemen, with 40 seconds left to go in the first half. That pass will be tipped away. Wagner tried to intercept that pass that was from Tatum to Porziņģis. 39 seconds left to go in the first half right here. Shout out to those of you who are new checking into this live stream. Appreciate you guys correcting me on the Banchero call right there. Definitely don't want to look like a dummy online. Do appreciate you guys. All right, guys. Here we go, moving the basketball around well. The Boston Celtics on the drive, and he will lose this one. He will actually hang on to it. Play clock, shot clock down to 3. Looks like they're going to not get this shot off. Maybe they will. Ugly shot right there, Porziņģis. Bad shot, not going to fall. 300 people watching this live stream. We're sitting at about 53 likes, guys. If y'all are still out there and you guys are enjoying this commentary, if I've had your attention for 5 or 10 minutes, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. All right, guys, Orlando's still up 49-46. 25.3 seconds left to go in the first half of this game. They have inbounded the basketball. The Orlando Magic have inbounded the basketball. Orlando looking to extend their lead as they're going to take the lead into halftime here. Likely. They will likely take the lead into halftime here. Orlando. Banchero going to get stripped by Derek White. Derek White on the drive. A falling shot. He will not be able to hit that shot, but he will take a trip to the free throw line as he's fouled on the attempt. All right, guys. It's getting pretty interesting. So let's find out. Who are you guys rooting for? Who are you rooting for? First free throw coming up here for Derek White. First free throw is good. Who are you rooting for? 5.4 left to go in the first half of this game. Swapping some players around the Orlando Magic, trying to get the right personnel out there. You're saying 300 likes. I'm not seeing 300 likes on my side. I'm seeing 56 likes on my side. On this live stream. I could be wrong. There's the shot. The second shot is good. The score is now 49-48 Orlando. There's the inbound pass. Paolo Banchero not going to be able to get that shot off. That's okay. That's the end of the half. And that takes us to halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, this takes us to halftime. How's everybody doing out there? How you guys doing? Shout out to y'all. Okay. Let's read some of these comments. Actually, before we do any of that stuff, after the subs during the second killed it, let's talk about all of those points. Who are we rooting for? Kim saying, what the hell? Oh, Kim. I don't know, Kim. I don't know what to tell you. Pretty crazy game right now. Kim saying Celtics. She's not happy with the score right now. Kim is not happy with the score right now. We've got Harold saying 343. Jermaine saying I'm 57. Gary saying I'm 57. Well, I'm 33. I'm 33, right? Sometimes I forget how old I am. Yeah, I'm in my 30s, guys. I know. I'm getting up there. Just had my very first baby. I'm going to share a little bit of my life with you guys. If y'all will oblige me. So, I was a bartender. For those of you who are new to this channel, I was a bartender for 10 years. And I was doing that for a long time. I loved it, and then the pandemic hit, and I was the first one to lose my job. So I said, well, let's go back to school and get a degree in computer science, and I did that. And I don't know, man. That degree in computer science was cool, but it wasn't for me. Like, computers are fun, and they're good, and I understand them, but I would much rather watch sports and talk to people on the other side of the camera. I was also a theater kid all throughout high school, so performing is kind of like my thing, and this is my way to watch sports and perform and entertain people all in one, and I get to give back to the community for those of you who don't have access to the games, or maybe you do have access to the games but you just want a different flavor, or you want to have the watch party where you can talk with other people who are watching this at the same time. So whatever your reason is for watching or listening to this live stream, thank you guys. I also officiate Texas high school football. During the offseason, guys, I got to hang out with Elijah Garcia of the New York Giants, and I got to hang out with Miles Adams of the Detroit Lions during this offseason. I got to meet Felix Joyner, the ex-running back for the Kansas City Chiefs, and he was the kick returner for them. He played behind Priest Holmes. So, yeah, he definitely wasn't a starter, but still a pretty interesting offseason that we had. Met a man named Tony Charles. His brand, Terror in the Trenches, been doing a lot of work with defensive ends and defensive linemen. It's been pretty cool, man. It's been pretty cool. He hasn't sang yet at Germ. Not just yet, but appreciate you guys. I feel the love coming from the other side of the camera here, man. I really, really appreciate that. Nah, 'twas the 50th, like I'm in my 30s. I got hella summers left around this MF. All right, Jermaine Event, I see you. Priest Holmes Chiefs was my faves. Yeah, I don't know if you know the name Felix Joyner. He used to be the kick returner for that squad playing behind Priest Holmes. He was definitely more on the special teams side of things, but if they needed the third string back to come in. Anyways, just one of the guys that I got a chance to hang out with and I got a chance to meet. Oh, I got to hang out with Carrie Bennett. And by the way, all of this is on video, so we'll have to release some of that before the season starts. What's up, Raphael? Good to have you in here. And for those of you who don't know who Carrie Bennett is, Carrie Bennett, you can find him online. He is Mike Evans' personal trainer. So I got to hang out with him. Dude, it was really crazy. Like, what this channel has done as far as, like, the network that I've grown and everything, it's been really, really cool. So, anyways, enough about me. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of background as far as, like, what I do and why football is so important to me and why all of this is so important to me. Thank you guys for watching this live stream. Let's get back to the game that's at hand. We are at halftime. The Orlando Magic, surprisingly, are in the lead, guys. Orlando Magic is up 49-48 over the Boston Celtics, and I don't think anybody was really expecting that, if I'm being honest. Great job by the Orlando Magic at the end of that half to really come back and stay in it. Let's go ahead and bring up these numbers one more time, and I'm going to talk about today's numbers while these numbers sit here. Okay, so field goal percentage for both of these teams. Orlando Magic today, their field goal percentage is sitting right at 44.4%. That is normally where they're at. The Boston Celtics in the first quarter were shooting lights out. In the second quarter, they definitely took a back seat right there. Second quarter, numbers started to dip. Their field goal percentage went from over 50% down to 44.7% right now today for the Boston Celtics. In three-point land, from three-point land, it got better here for the Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic now looking at 38.9% from three-point line. On the other side, 43.8% for the Boston Celtics. Maybe they should open it up and shoot some more threes. And then, of course, their free throw percentage, the Orlando Magic. And free throws right now, they're 66% from the stripe. The Boston Celtics are 77, almost 78% from the stripe. I'm going to keep this up right now. Actually, no, let's come over here and let's show y'all the box score. Let's go and show y'all the team stats right now. Going to bring this out just a little bit. Perfect. All right, guys, let's take a look at this. So over here on the right-hand side, you can see the points. You can see everything that I was just saying. This is over here on the right-hand side, right? Okay, Points, 49 points for the Orlando Magic, 48 points for the Boston Celtics. Orlando Magic has made 20 of 45 of their shots, 7 of those shots from three-point land, 2 points from the stripe. Total rebounds, 26. They've out-rebounded the Boston Celtics today as well. Out-rebounded them on the offensive side of the glass and just one less on the defensive side. But those offensive rebounds have really been what have saved the Orlando Magic in this game today. They needed to get those offensive rebounds because when we look at this team, the one area where they're pretty decent at is these offensive rebounds. You can see this right here. They normally average just 11 offensive rebounds per game. It's the first half, and they already have 10, and that is the main reason why they are still in this game. Best game today so far, past the energy. Best game today so far. Again, these are the stats over here on the right-hand side. On the other side, the Boston Celtics have made 17 shots today, 7 of those from beyond the arc. Free throws, they've made 7 free throws, so 7 points from the stripe as well. They're behind in total rebounds. They have 5 less offensive rebounds. They do have more defensive rebounds, but just by 1, it's negligible. And the assist column and the assist category, more assists over here for sure for the Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic has the edge there in the assist category. If we look at steals, the Boston Celtics have the advantage in steals. Both teams have 3 blocks. As far as turnovers go, Orlando has coughed up the basketball one more time than the Boston Celtics have. Couple out of bounds, couple bad plays right there, off-ball fouls, turnovers. You know, it is what it is. Anyways, let's go ahead and bring this back to where we need it. That's back to the original. And we can talk more about these teams. I wish I had some specifically halftime related graphics, but I need someone to put those graphics together for me in real time, and I just don't have that right now. Oh, my ears. Can Orlando do the unthinkable? Dude, I think they can. Went on a couple 10-0 runs. That's exactly what happened, Jermaine. Can Orlando do the unthinkable? I root for the underdogs. Anything can happen. Palo. Best game today. Dwight Howard looking like a genius. Lakers next coach. No, bro. Dwight Howard cannot be the next coach. Dwight Howard cannot be the next coach. Absolutely not. Okay, guys, point guard comparisons. Let's take a look at Corey Joseph and Derek White today. We're just going to do a head-to-head comparison between Corey Joseph and Derek White. Today, guys, Derek White has been on a tear. Derek White has 16 points today, already eclipsing what he normally scores. On the other side, Corey Joseph, absolute goose eggs. He's got 0 points, 0 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 personal fouls. So he has more personal fouls. Excuse me. Corey Joseph has more personal fouls than points right now, and that's not a winning recipe. But they are up by a couple, by 1, 49-48 at halftime. Definitely a much closer game than expected. And they might actually keep these numbers where you would expect, right? They only give up 105 points, and they're on track to give up less than that right now. And the Boston Celtics only give up 107, and they're on track to give up less than that right now. So anything can happen. Okay, let's look at the shooting guards, at least from the starters' perspective. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope on one side, Jrue Holiday on the other. Jrue Holiday also has not scored any points. Caldwell-Pope, however, has scored 6. So average points per game, Caldwell-Pope averages almost 9 points per game. Jrue Holiday averages almost 11 points per game. Today, Caldwell-Pope has 6, and Jrue Holiday has 0. Holiday today, 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. He's just another guy on the court, just an extra body. Caldwell-Pope, on the other hand, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 foul today. Okay, let's move on to the forward position. Small forwards, we got Franz Wagner on one side. We've got Jaylen Brown on the other. Wagner today for the away team. So these are the averages, of course, for the regular season. And today, 15 points for Franz Wagner. 15 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. He does have 2 fouls on his name today. And on the other side, Jaylen Brown on the other side has 6 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist for his side as well. So a little behind schedule, at least for the Celtics side. I think most of these Celtics are behind schedule from what they normally score. All right, Paolo Banchero on one side and Jayson Tatum on the other, guys. Paolo Banchero, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists today. He is definitely on track to put up 28, almost 30 points. They were saying that, most of you guys are saying that 30 points are going to be out there. Stephen A. Smith is the Lakers' next head coach. No, dude. You guys are tripping. You guys got me tripping right now. What are y'all saying out there in this comment area? Wagner. Not Wagner. Wagner. Das Boot. Werk Franz. Das Boot. Wagner. Wasser. That means water. 9. I don't sprechen, man, okay? I don't sprechen. That's like, okay, that reminds me of this time. I was living in Argentina, and I was talking with this foreign exchange student, and his name was Frank. And I was like, Frank? He's like, yeah. Oui, Frank. I was like, spell it for me. And he spelled it for me. I was like, oh, dude, your name is Frank. But, like, I looked like the douchebag because, of course, like, who am I to say how to pronounce his name? It's just my native language. Anyways, his name was Frank, not Frank, even though it was spelled Frank. And his name is Wagner and not Wagner, even though it's spelled Wagner. Okay, I will pay some more attention to Franz Wagner. And I will keep that in mind. I do genuinely appreciate you correcting me, though. Shout out to that. Okay. Headphones hurt. Mic on tie might work. Nah, dude. The mic on the tie, I've been testing it, and I've been getting some pretty ugly feedback on it. I've also had to do this little piece with it, bro. The mic on the tie, this lapel, right? I wire this up. I clip this onto my tie, and then I plug it in. And I've tried plugging it in directly into the monitor, into the PC, and it gets a little bit of feedback. I tried plugging it into the audio interface using this additional adapter, and it just doesn't work as well as the headphones. Now, I do have one microphone that works really well, and it's hands down my favorite microphone for everything that I do on this channel. Most of my pre-recorded content I do on this microphone here. On my boom arm, it's on the Shure microphone, and I really do like this piece. The problem is that if I'm over here, you guys see that I move around a lot. If I step back over here, you guys wouldn't be able to hear me if I didn't have this little headset on. So I kind of have to stay away from it. Anyways, I got mics on mics, guys. I got cameras on cameras right now. Oh, shoot. Let me tell you guys another story that happened this offseason. Hang on. This one hurts. This one sucks. So, for the offseason, I wanted to record some pretty good content, and I went out and I bought this Sony ZV-E10 II camera. This camera here, this is like a G, bro. I dropped like $1,000 on this camera, and we took it out to the field when we were going to cover the field day. We actually did a full-on Texas Combine with all those names that I mentioned during halftime, and this camera was sitting on a tripod, and I've literally had this camera for all but a month or two, and the camera person that I had at the time was distracted with other things. Long story short, man, the camera ended up falling off of the tripod, and this lens here, as you can see, this like $400 lens for this camera, on its maiden voyage, bro. I kid you not. I can't make this up. I literally just bought this thing, and it fell and it broke, and I took it to the camera shop, and they're like, dude, that thing is totaled. At least your camera's not screwed. They said, at least your camera's not bad, but that lens is absolutely trashed. So now I have to buy a new lens, and it's just been one thing after the other. But hey, you know what? Life is good. Things are still okay. I'm from India, bro. What up? All right, guys, let's get back to the action. Shout out to you, Destroyed. and not by destroying either. Anyways, let's get back to this game, guys. Orlando Magic opening up the second half with a bucket right there. That will fall for the Orlando Magic. The score should now be 49. That bucket should have landed. That should have been 51. It looks like they're saying that that was an offensive basket interference. Okay, guys, so a basket interference right there. That shot will not count. Let's go back to this. Okay, Boston with a little floater right there, and that is going to be Brown who lays that one up and in, and the score is now 50-49. Let me get my graphics back in order here. We're back to start the second half. Thank you guys for sticking around with me during halftime. I appreciate you guys. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Football Nation. My name is Mario Manuel, and right now the Orlando Magic have possession, and they are working on the Boston Celtics. Franz Wagner off the glass, unable to hit that shot. It is rebounded by the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics coming back with it. Jrue Holiday kicks it out to White to Porziņģis. Porziņģis to Tatum. Tatum backing down on Corey Joseph. In the post, will step back and shoot that shot just outside the paint, rebounded by Banchero. Banchero now on the drive. Banchero, oh, nice screen right there. Banchero got open, finds an open man next to him. An open shot, gonna miss for Carter. Carter Jr. on the miss for sure there. Okay, Brown on the dribble. Jaylen Brown kicks this one out to Derek White. Fakes the pass. Derek White back to Brown. Brown over Carter. Carter, enough pressure there to upset that shot. The shot is no good. Boston still up by 1. Boston Celtics up 50-49. Orlando with the basketball. Here we go off the dribble. Franz Wagner. There to Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's shot too much, and the official is going to blow a whistle a little late there. Carter got hit in the face. Derek White looking around like, what did I do? You know what you did, bro. I saw you. Thank you, Kim. Just subs to the channel. Appreciate that, Kim. High five to you. Let's go. See, why can't everyone be like Kim and subscribe to this channel? I do appreciate you. 10 minutes left to go, guys, in the third quarter here. This is the first game of this series. Game 1, Boston Celtics, Orlando Magic. Boston up by 1, Orlando with the ball. Franz Wagner gets hit on that shot, an ugly shot, has to get up off the ground, almost gets his own rebound. It's now a 3-on-2 fast break. Step back shot for Jrue Holiday. Three-point land hits. The shot's good. 53-49. Inbounds this one, Orlando. Going to try to stop the bleeding here. Jrue Holiday, Jrue Holiday, that's his first shot of the game. 25% from the floor. Here's the drive from Banchero. Banchero tries to make that difficult shot through traffic. Porziņģis in the way. Can't quite hit it. Rebounded by Boston. Boston coming back with it. Derek White gets bumped on the shot. No whistle on that. There should have been a whistle. That should have clearly been an and one. Derek White. I totally forgot that I'm on camera. Derek White. Oh, that's great. Derek White's shot was good. There should have been a foul right there. Didn't quite get that. I need the Celtics to cover the point spread. You take a beat. Slow things down a little bit. Okay, guys. Here we go. On the dribble. Behind the arc right now, we've got Franz Wagner with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. A difficult shot as he drives and dives and lays that shot in. The score is now 55-51. Jrue Holiday trying to get... Wow, he passes that off to Derek White, and Derek White for 3. It's good. The score is 58-51. 58-51. The Boston Celtics starting to pull ahead. I think they might have said there was a foul on that one too. So Jrue Holiday hands that ball off to Derek White. Where the foul was, I barely see it, but they called it. They called the foul right there. Everyone's like, what? What do you mean? So a 4-point shot. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. She says, I love your energy. Well, I love your energy, and I appreciate that. Cheers to you. The coffee helps. The amount of I'm drinking like a gallon of coffee, dude. I've got a 64-ounce coffee that I'm chugging right now, and this is my first cup, but I'll probably get a second. There is the and one. A 4-point play converted there for the Boston Celtics. The score is now 59-51 as the Orlando Magic inbound the next play, the next sequence here. Corey Joseph going to lose the basketball right there. It will remain Orlando basketball. Hey, foul's a foul, says Jermaine. Hey, a foul's a foul. By the way, foul trouble right now, Corey Joseph is in it. Take a look over here. That last column, guys, for Corey Joseph, 4 fouls already. Again, if this looks too small, put your fingers on the screen and zoom on in. What's up, Dylan? Welcome to the conversation. Franz Wagner from the free throw line takes the shot. A little too much mustard on that one as that shot's overbaked, goes off the back of the rim. Jayson Tatum backing down his assignment. Corey Joseph struggling here. Where's the foul? They're saying that foul happened before the shot. So a foul before the shot, put 14 seconds on that play clock. Ismael Cook saying Tatum sold my parlay. Shout out to the chat area. Shout out to you guys out there. Need a headband survey. What do you mean? Happy Easter, Valentin Pena. Nice, Harold. I appreciate that. Thanks for letting me know. Let's keep those thumbs up rolling, fellas. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Off the dribble, Jaylen Brown trying to get that extra step in. He has to dip and hand that basketball off to Porziņģis. Porziņģis then goes up for the shot. Porziņģis gets hit on the way up. Anthony needs to go back in. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's starting to become an issue here, and the Boston Celtics are pulling away. We did see this earlier, though, and the Orlando Magic managed to close the gap and had the lead at the end of the first half. Let's see if Orlando can find what got them there in that second quarter. If we go back and take a look, that first shot by Porziņģis, by the way, at the free throw line was no good. He missed that shot. If we go to the top, Orlando outscored Boston 31-22 in that second quarter. Right now they are struggling. There's the shot by Porziņģis from the free throw line off the front of the rim, hits the backboard and goes in. The second free throw is good. The score is 60-51. 60-51. You got to wait till he gets back across that line. Otherwise, almost a backcourt violation there. Banchero working on his assignment. Banchero off the dribble here. Now faced against Derek White. Banchero on the drive. A little spin move in the paint. That shot is tipped. Derek White got the block, but Banchero recovered his own blocked shot and puts it up and in. The score is now 53-60. Here is Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown kicks this one out to Derek White. Derek White, 28-foot shot. Not good. Gonna miss off the front of the rim there. And coming back the other way is Franz Wagner. Wagner gonna lose the basketball there. Doing too much, man. Jrue Holiday after the steal will get the ball, get the shot, and the score will now be 63-53. Holy smack. Guys, do you think Angel Reese looks like Sid from Ice Age? No. No, she does not. Angel Reese. Psh, you tripping. Okay, so it looks like a timeout has been called, ladies and gentlemen, and I think we're going to go back to a quick commercial break here. Let me minimize this and find out what exactly is going on. Okay, we are in the middle of a commercial break. This might just be a TV timeout. I don't think either of the two sides called a timeout. Orlando still has 4 timeouts left. The Boston Celtics still have 5. I'd have blocked that comment, says Father Time. What comment? I believe in magic. He says, 10-point game in third quarter is kind of impossible for the Magics now. I don't know, Denoy. I don't think so. I'm back here today. I first watched yesterday. What's up, Stefan11? Stefan711? Is it Stefan or Steven? Either way, what's up, dude? Welcome. Okay. Let's read some stats. And, okay, let's do this. Let's bring this over and take a look at what we've got going on. Actually, scrolling by at the bottom of the screen, ladies and gentlemen, these are what have happened so far, and I'll have to update the I'll have to make a new graphic for you guys as far as heyo. I'll have to make a new graphic for you guys so that we can talk about these going forward. But the next game happening today, ladies and gentlemen, is actually an Eastern Conference game. So immediately after this game, the next game will be the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Miami Heat. I need to update this graphic. Atlanta is now out. Chicago Bulls are now out. And, of course, in the West, the Dallas Mavericks are now out, and the Sacramento Kings are also out. Cleveland Cavaliers will be hosting the Miami Heat for the game that starts at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then tonight, we will have the nightcap game. I will be covering that nightcap game. And I apologize. Oh, I'm all over the place. And tonight's game will be the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors. I will be live, guys, to cover this. Now, if you guys like this style of commentary and you guys are actually benefiting from this style of commentary, maybe you don't have access to the games. Again, we are in the middle of a commercial break right now. When we get back from the commercial break, it should be Celtics ball, if I'm not mistaken right there. Actually, it will be Magic's ball. Magic did call a full timeout before we went to this commercial break. But if you guys like this style of commentary and you're enjoying this and you will rely on this in the future, don't be the guy who found this channel one time, hangs out for an hour, and then you can't find this channel again for another 6 months because you forgot to hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button now. You can always come back. You don't have to turn on that bell notification every time I go live. I know I go live a lot. That would get pretty annoying. But if you guys want to catch this channel later down the road at any point, I do suggest hitting that subscribe button so you guys can find me later. Okay, if you're already subscribed, don't listen to that. But just wanted to put that out there. Shout out to Jermaine. Shout out to Kim. Shout out to Robert. Shout out to Boswell. What up, Boswell? We got IP 2022 in the house. We got Dylan Hernandez. And my favorite team is Magic, and I think they're just better on this game. Jack Skellington, I'm not even going to hang out. Well, see? You see a thing? And also, I mean, it kind of makes it difficult by the fact that my channel, we're watching basketball right now, and my channel's name is Football Nation, but we normally cover football on this channel. So, okay, back from the commercial break. Let's go ahead and bring up the drive chart one more time. All right, guys, on the dribble here, moving the basketball around. There's the shot, Orlando. Gonna miss right there, and that is Banchero on the miss. Rebounded by Jayson Tatum. On the dribble here, good moves by Brown. Jaylen Brown backing down Caldwell Pope. A shot inside the paint. A difficult shot. Gonna miss right there. Wagner. Sorry, I got to get used to saying that Wagner thing. On the dribble here, Wagner on the spin move inside the paint. Dips. Passes that one off right there. Let me slow things down and not speak a mile a minute. Gonna try my best. I don't get a shout out. I can't QB. I see you, bro. Just got to make sure you hit that button and let us know. Shout out to I don't get a shout out. Shout out to I can't QB. I guess I didn't see your comment earlier. All right, guys. Ball has been inbounded. And Orlando with it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Doesn't matter. It will be stolen by Derek White. Derek White and the Boston Celtics coming back with it. Scrappy transition right there. 6:40 left to go in the third with a 10-point Boston Celtics lead. So the Boston Celtics have the basketball. They are in the front court right now. Boston Celtics on the dribble here. There's Derek White to Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum working against Caldwell Pope. That's a good mismatch. Tatum should take advantage. He goes up and off the back of the rim. Cannot quite get it. It is rebounded by Banchero. Banchero on the run. Banchero spins. Banchero throws this one to the side. And this time, good ball movement. There's Wagner. Wagner kicks it back out wide open. Anthony Black splash hits the bucket. The score is 56-63. There's a man playing without a shoe right now. It is Kristaps Porziņģis who is playing with one shoe on as we speak. Timeout gets called. Porziņģis going to put his shoe back on. 7-point lead, says Denoy Plakal. What's up? Appreciate that, Jack Skellington. Appreciate you, sir. By the way, nice name. That's actually one of my karaoke songs. I always do that. There are few who deny it. What I do, I am the best. That's bad. For my talents are renowned far and wide. Anyways, I don't know what that was. That was A, bad. B, The Nightmare Before Christmas. C, yes, they do have that song. It's actually titled Jack's Lament. Jack Skellington, Nightmare Before Christmas. Anyways, not important. That was terrible. I promise you guys I can sing. It's just been a while. And there you go, Father Time and Robert Zamora. I finally got to sing on my live stream Honestly, we should do the over-under for how many times I sing during a stream. And I think most of the times we'll probably hit the over. Someone should start tracking that. That'll be a fun one. It is important, says Jermaine. Look, the score is 56-63. We are in the middle of a commercial break as the Celtics took a full time out. If you're wondering why we are on this screen, guys, we only go to this screen during commercial breaks. When there is action on the court, I will always put up that drive chart right down in this area for you guys, the play chart. And then, of course, on this side of your screen, I always have any additional stats, any additional data that we like to do. It was way better than my singing, says Robert Zamora. Oh, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't sing well. I can sell a song. Okay. 56-63. The Boston Celtics today from the floor are shooting 45%. On the other side there, the Orlando Magic shooting 41%. Top point leaders, Banchero 21 points, Wagner with 17 points, Caldwell Pope with 6, Isaac with 4, and Black with 3. Those are the ones on the court right now. And then on the court right now for the Boston Celtics, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jrue Holiday, Jayson Tatum, and Kristaps Porziņģis all on the court right now as well. Appreciate you, Jermaine. I really do appreciate you, bro. Happy Easter to everybody, if that's what you celebrate. If not, happy 420 to everybody. And if that's not what you celebrate, happy Sunday to everybody. Happy NBA playoffs basketball. Let's do another one right here. We've got a 45-55 split, 293 votes. It is 420 today, so let's find out, those of you who are watching this one. Let's do a this or that. This or that. Drink. Toke. Sober. Y'all let me know out there. Blaze one for our Lord and Savior, gang. Let's go. Up the Celtics. Let's go. I see y'all out there. That's fun. That's always fun. Shout out from Ibiza. What up, Dobo EJ? What up, Dobo EJ? How you doing, homie? Thanks for checking in, sir. All right, guys. We're getting back to the action. They're showing some highlights on the screen. Let's go ahead and get the right board up for you guys so y'all can see what's going on out here. Dylan saying, Magic, let's go. The Magic down by 7. It's a closer game than I think anybody expected today, ladies and gentlemen. A closer game than I think anyone expected. 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Boston inbounds the basketball. Boston with ball in hand. Here we go. Jrue Holiday working on his man. Passes that to Brown. Brown to Porziņģis. Porziņģis in the paint. Turnaround jump shot. Not going to fall. It is rebounded this time. Looks like by Anthony Black. And here are the Orlando Magic moving the basketball around. That is tipped up in the air. It goes back to Boston. Boston on the break. Boston has to slow things down. Pritchard with the ball in hand. Pritchard finds Holiday. Holiday to Tatum. Tatum up and not going to go in. Back to Holiday. Holiday for 3. Holiday, yes, hits the shot. 66-56, keeping this game at a double-digit lead. Double-digit lead right now. Jrue Holiday, 9 points today. He's 3 of 4 from three-point land. All of his shots have landed from three-point land, so he is on fire from behind the arc right now. Anthony Black finds Paolo Banchero working on Pritchard. Banchero running out of time. Man, that shot clock just completely ran out right there. Pritchard finds Holiday. Holiday, the alley-oop to Brown. Brown will lay that one up, and that's another bucket there. 68-56. 68-56 right now. It's now a 12-point lead. 12-point lead for the Boston Celtics. There's a shot for Banchero. Banchero's 3 will fall. The score is 59-68. An 11-point game. Banchero hits the 3. Jrue Holiday working on his assignment. Jrue Holiday finds Tatum. Tatum tries to drive. We'll put that up for Porziņģis. Porziņģis can't quite get it. Second chance effort. Tip doesn't fall. Jayson Tatum will clean up the mess and slam that one home. The score is now 70-59. 70-59. Here is Banchero for 3. In and out. No good. Rebounded this time. Looks like by Brown. Brown against Caldwell Pope. Brown from inside the paint, just inside the stripe. He is fouled on the shot. He'll take a trip to the line. The score is 70-59. The Boston Celtics up by 11 with 4 minutes left to go in the third. How's everybody doing tonight? Harold saying we got 455 people watching right now. Let's hit that like button. I appreciate you, Harold. Appreciate that. Let's see exactly on my side. I might have some different analytics on my side. Looks like we've got about 500 people in here watching right now. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If this is your first time watching, my name is Mario. You're watching Football Nation. This is the conclusion of this game. The first shot right there for Jaylen Brown will fall at the free throw line. The first shot will fall from the free throw line right there. No, he said match the live button. Match the live button. What on earth? I see. Okay, guys. There's the free throw. Second free throw will fall this time. The score is 72-59. 72-59, and we are working now. So Orlando Magic has to find a way to score some points right now, and this has just been the entire time it's been the Banchero show. So Banchero working on Brown. Banchero trying that little spin move where he's backing a man down, right? He's backing down. He spins this way and comes back. Well, every time he spins this way, you can see that behind him, that arm is reaching in to poke the ball out of Banchero's, but it was definitely a reach and foul. He hit him in the arm. No, Brown, Jaylen Brown, you definitely got committed. That's a reach and foul for sure. 20 assists playoff record. Nice. Okay, guys. Here we go. And Banchero struggling. Banchero not able to lay that one in. It is rebounded by the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics still up by 13 this time. Jayson Tatum will lay that one up and in. Easy finger roll off the glass, and the score is now 74-59. Timeout will be called by the Orlando Magic. It's now a 15-point game. Chat is goofy, but not mean. Let it be. Oh yeah, I'm not even tripping about it. It's a 15-point game. Enjoy the game, says Nightbot. What up, Nightbot? How you doing? Good to have Nightbot in here. Give me 9080. Give me 98E. Dobo EJ saying blowout incoming. Okay. Let's see. We got about 500 people in here. That's pretty cool. Can the Orlando Magic come back? Yes or no? Can the Orlando Magic come back? Yes or no? We are in the middle of a commercial break right now. Akuna Matata, no worries. I love this effing team. I see you out there. Steph saying go Celtics. I see you, Steph. Pierre. Okay. All right, guys, I'm not surprised. Look, offensively, this team was never going to put up a ton of points. Look at the Magic stats coming into this game. They only average about 105 points per game. Defensively, they've done really well. Defensively, they hold teams to under 106 points. That is the best in the NBA. But when you go up against a team like the Boston Celtics, that is easier said than done. The Boston Celtics offense is just way too good, and their defense is even better. Good luck with already struggling offense having success against this Boston Celtics defense. Okay, let's get back to it. We're back into this game, and this time Orlando still fighting, right? They're down by 15. Here is Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner working, and there's a contested shot that is airballed. Just a terrible shot right there by Orlando. I don't even know what that was. That was Cole Anthony's airmailing that shot. Just so bad. So bad. Okay, guys, 15-point game. Jayson Tatum trying to drop that shoulder and work his magic against Banchero. We've now got a mismatch here, so now we've got Carter on Tatum. Can Carter hold Tatum? There's a three-point shot from Tatum. That is way off the mark. The score will remain 74-59 with 2 minutes and 41 seconds left to go. Okay, Orlando is a great defensive team. It's just that the Celtics are too damn good. I agree with you, Frank. Celtics are just too good. Nice drive inside through the traffic, in and out, robbed. There should have been a foul right there. He did not get it. Cole Anthony with another missed shot back-to-back. attempts on that side of the floor. Kristaps Porziņģis for three, a 30-foot shot, not going to fall. This time it is tipped up in the air. This will remain Boston Celtics basketball. My gosh, that was Harry Potter's bird delivering mail. At least Harry Potter's bird can deliver the mail to the right person. By the way, bird's name is Hedwig, just in case you wanted to nerd out. All right, guys, Boston Celtics inbound this one. Porziņģis, excuse me, that is not Porziņģis. That is not Porziņģis. He's not even on the court right now. Jayson Tatum right now on the drive. Jayson Tatum in the paint, kicks this one out to Brown. A couple of pump fakes, shot clock running out, down to 1 second. Fade away, jump shot off the front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Jayson Tatum. Brown, another pump fake, drives inside, takes that to the rack, and that's another dunk right there for the Boston Celtics. The score is 76-59. Great job by the Boston Celtics. Orlando struggling to just even keep possession at this point. They are feeling the pressure. It's now a 17-point game, and the Boston Celtics have blown the doors off of this one. Germ saying, nerds. What a bunch of nerds out there. Boston Celtics, man, I need the Boston Celtics. I need the Celtics to slow down just a little bit so that we have a more interesting game. Here we go, guys. Here we go. There's a shot for Banchero. Banchero's shot from about the free throw line will fall. 90 seconds left to go here in the third. Okay, guys. So we've now got Peyton Pritchard with the ball in hand. Pritchard seems to be the main focal point of the offense. He kicks that out to Horford. Horford trying to work his way inside the paint. Horford off the glass, no good. Rebounded this way. Banchero coming back against Pritchard. Burned the assignment. Banchero double teamed. That means someone is open. He tried to get that off of someone. And there is going to be either a foul or an out of bounds. Let's see what my Paolo Banchero defensive rebound looks like. He was on the line. And that's definitely a Magic ball. So Magic have the ball. Inbounds the basketball. The score is 61-76. Franz Wagner finds Banchero. Banchero kicks this one out. And now on the drive right here, a missed shot, a foul as Cole Anthony will finally go to the stripe. Slow down, Celtics, slow down. I miss Derek White's hair. All of his hair from his head moved down to his beard, bro. He's like one of those things. I knew that was only good for a half, says Jermaine Event. Honestly, dude, even being good for a half against the Boston Celtics is better than what we were expecting. So Orlando at the free throw line trying to narrow this gap a little bit before they go into the fourth quarter. We've got 55 seconds left in the third, so we might see clock management come into play right here. The second free throw, there it is. Second free throw will fall as well. The score is now 76-63, a 13-point game. 13-point game, and Jrue Holiday will come down the court with it. Jrue Holiday kicks this one out. And Brown is going to slow things down. He's literally got one hand out like this, the basketball behind him. He's slowing the game down just a little bit here. Off the dribble, kicks this one out. Three-point shot for Pritchard, completely off the mark. Airballed that one as it hits the sideline, hits the baseline there. Completely off the mark. Oh, man. And you know what? It looks like he hurt himself at some point. I don't know if that was... Oh. What was that? Anthony Black put a knee, or Cole Anthony put a knee right into him. Should have been a foul. It looks like he's struggling after that one. That looked like it hurt. Anyways, that's inbounds, and inside the paint, the missed shot is cleaned up by Carter. Carter slams that one home. Orlando now down by 11. If they can get it to, 11 points is still pretty decent. 11 points is a 4-possession game. With 12 minutes left to go, that should be a blocking foul right there. Another foul for Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony that's actually going to be his first foul right there. He's a man. It happens. Oh, man. I miss Manu Ginobili with hair. I miss LeBron James with hair. Come on, Celtics, says Kim. Kim, thanks for hanging out with us. Same thing to you, Jermaine Event. I know you guys are new to this one, and you guys have been hanging out for a while, so I do appreciate you guys kicking it with us. There's that first free throw for Jaylen Brown. That shot will fall. That shot is good. Guys, if you want a shout-out and you guys are enjoying this content and you guys want to say what's up, leave a comment in the area. I will read your comments out loud if you're new. If I see new names out there, I will give you guys a shout-out. So if you're into that kind of stuff, just leave a comment. I'll say what's up. Jaylen Brown now up to 15 points today. Here comes his second free throw. Slow down, Celtics. Yeah, right, says Harold. Yeah, right. Here's that second free throw for Jaylen Brown. That free throw will fall. I'm a simple man, says Jermaine. Appreciate that, sir. All right, so Banchero in trouble there. Banchero tries to hit Franz Wagner. There's a collision at midcourt. Father Time saying, yeah, Rodman would have had something to say about that. Yeah, Dennis Rodman was the kind of person who would just – Dennis Rodman was the kind of guy who would punch a dude in the face and then go dye his hair pink and then get into another bar fight and sleep with Madonna. And, like, what an absolute mess. Like, Dennis Rodman was the craziest person that I've never met. Like, I don't know, dude. Dennis Rodman is... Anyways, Marlove checking into the conversation. What is up, Marlove? Marlove saying, did you bet on this game? Me? No. No way. I only bet on football, really. I don't really bet on basketball. And that's just half of this ain't even my whole day. That's Dennis Rodman. That ain't even my whole day. I need Sam Hauser to score 7.5. El Plaga, ¿qué onda? El Plaga, ¿qué onda? Muy agradecido, gracias por estar aquí, mi amigo. El Plaga checking in, no way, says El Plaga. All right, guys, 78-65, Boston Celtics lead. We are in the middle of a commercial break because it is the end of the third quarter. When we get back from this commercial break, it will be the start of the fourth quarter, and then we will have a conclusion to this game. Orlando doesn't look like they're going to crack that 100-point mark. The Boston Celtics still need 22 more points to crack that 100-point mark, and I don't know if they're going to get it. If Orlando can keep them to under 105, that does look good for Orlando. Maybe if they can step up the offense. Celtics by 45. Who are they? OKC? Shoot. Okay. Let's go ahead and end this one. So, nothing to do with basketball, guys. Let's just find out a little bit about the audience right here. Just curious. We got a lot of new faces in here. Where are you guys watching from? Let me know in the comments area. I'll give you guys a quick shout-out. We'll shout out your city. We'll shout out your state. We do have the fourth quarter starting here in just a moment. So, watching from Canada. Oh, Canada. What's up, Kim? Appreciate that. Our man, Robert Zamora, what up in that San Antonio, Texas, that 210. I'm right down the street from you, Robert. Appreciate that. Pringles in Dallas, what up, man? Jermaine in Chicago. I have two brothers that live in Chicago, by the way. Shout out to Mar Love saying, do you think they will put in Salmon for Boston? I don't know, Mar. Not quite sure. It looks like Life Journey Glory Church in Maryland. Shout out to Life Journey. Appreciate that. Sean Ellis on a flight from Cancun back to Boston. Dude, I actually had a layover in Boston's airport. My sister got married in France, and long story short, I had to reroute my flight from from Houston to Boston, and then Boston to Istanbul, and then Istanbul to Paris. It was a nightmare, but the Boston airport, those bartenders took care of me. Shout out to the Boston airport bartenders. Shout out to Night Sky in Chicago. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for checking in. We got Stefan in North Carolina, Mr. Muse in Miami. Shout out to Miami. Welcome to the city where the heat is on all night on the beach till the break of dawn. Welcome to Miami. Bonus points if you know who sings that. Bienvenidos a Miami. Oh, my God, I'm aging myself. Shout out to J6 in Germany. What up, J6? Celtics fan from Portugal. Jose Carlos, what's up, man? Good to have you in here. Can you call Richie Big Cheese for me, big bro? Richie, big cheese. Hey, Richie, what a big cheese. That's so funny. Sean's watching from home. Harold in Athens, Georgia. Tom in Michigan City, Indiana. Michigan City, Indiana. That's a trip. Okay, so the third quarter isn't over. The officials are on here right now saying that he was fouled. He was fouled before the end of the quarter, so that means they're going to put half a second on the clock. The foul occurred before the quarter was over, so they're going to put half a second on the clock for the third quarter, end the quarter, go back to another commercial break, so we'll have some time to chit-chat right here while the officials get this figured out. So Wagner will get to shoot his free throws with 0.5 left to go in the third. So they just got back from the commercial break. The first thing I saw was the official talking to the crowd, talking to the camera, explaining what is going on. First shot for Wagner. Let's see. First shot will fall. That makes the score 66-78. Second shot will also fall. The score will be 67-78. It'll be an 11-point game as we go into the fourth quarter. Shout out to Cameron in Florida. Tyler Fletcher watching from outside my neighbor's window. There's the shot. The shot's good. Inbounds the pass, doesn't matter. Derek White tried to heave that one, didn't even get to where it needed to go. So it goes third quarter, then fourth, right? Well, it should, right? Typically that's the way it goes, but in this case, it went third quarter with a half a second left, and then fourth. John Bronson, what's up, John Bronson? All the way from Union City, New Jersey. What up out in Union City, New Jersey? And now we're going to go straight into the fourth quarter without a commercial break. So here's the start of the fourth quarter, no commercial break. Let's go ahead and bring up the shooting numbers here for y'all. That was interesting. Glad they didn't do the commercial break. Move this game along. Derek White for three, pulls up, shoots. Yes, he hits the shot. The score is now 81-67. Here we go, Corey Joseph. Still no points today for Corey Joseph. He seems to be struggling here. He's struggled all season long, if I'm being honest. Franz Wagner on the dribble, finds a man inside, hits Carter inside. Carter lays it up and in. The score is now 69-81. Derek White brings the ball up court. Derek White going to be the floor general right here as he directs traffic out there for the Boston Celtics. We are 20 subscribers away from getting to 27.5. Guys, if you're out there and you're enjoying this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Derek White takes that shot after the foul. Wagner got fouled on this one. It was – who is the foul on? Who is the foul on? It looked like it should have been an offensive foul, but it's not. It's going to be a blocking foul against Wagner, so Wagner will now have 3 fouls against him. Inbounded ball. Boston still with it. Boston moving it around. Now we've got Tatum with the ball in hand. So Tatum will get blocked on that shot right there. 4.7 left to go. On the court right now for the Celtics, White, Pritchard, Tatum, Horford, and Hauser. There's a shot from White with time running out. It is rebounded by Orlando. Quick, fast break, a 2-on-1 situation here, and they're going to lose that. He tried to pass that off, and it didn't work out. Derek White wide open on the other side of the court. That's a bucket for the Celtics. You got to hit those layups, man. You got to hit those layups. You can't just miss easy buckets like that. What are you doing? Here's Carter. Carter feeds it inside. There's a blocked shot from behind. Boston Celtics looking so good right now. There's a kick to the three-point line. Pritchard, yes, hits the shot. The score is 86-69. And now it's a 17-point lead for Boston. This is more of what we expected. Another timeout going to be called right there for the Orlando Magic. As you can see, the light starting to fade. As you can see, the light starting to fade right here. Marco out in Monterrey, Mexico. What's up, Marco? I see HR3X. What's good, my brother? Enjoying the commentary from Mexico. Que onda, señor? Appreciate you being here. Is Tatum going to score 20 points? He's well on his way. We've got Del Grift in Montana. We've got MDK in California. $200,000 cars. Everybody's got them. Yeah, okay. Mr. Muse gets the bonus points. John Bronson said, isn't that Pitbull? No, that was definitely a Will Smith song. Big Wheelie style, that's right. Waymo faster than your favorite number 2. Awesome, I love that. Jeremy Wong in China, shout out to you. A global live stream, better than OKC game by far, says Dominator. Welcome back, Dominator. All right, guys. Let's see. Hit that thumbs up button. I see you guys out there. Awesome. Okay. All right, y'all. So, I'm going to ask you guys about tonight's game because I'm curious to know what you guys think. What up, Kenneth Glover? Appreciate you out here. Shout out to Larry. Shout out to Mike checking into the conversation as well. Shout out to you, Mike, saying freeze it. Who will win tonight's game, guys? Tonight's game between the Rockets and the Warriors. Who will win that game? I'm curious to know what you guys think. I don't quite know what to expect out of that game. I think the Rockets should win that game, but it's not going to be like by much. Actually, I think the Golden State Warriors are 1.5-point favorites. John saying, as a bartender, what's the best drink to make with gin? Tom Collins, by far. Tom Collins or French 75? Those two gin cocktails. If you've got gin and you've got lemon juice, you need it for, I would say, a French 75. And it's a drink that uses champagne and gin, and it was named the French 75 because it is as strong as the French cannons, as the French 75 caliber cannons that they had, and that's why they called it that. Grape liquor and add a Jolly Rancher. Blech. Personally, I'll go Rockets. I don't know why. We are the Warriors, says El Paga. What's up, El Paga? El Plaga, the plague. La Plaga? Why would it be El Plaga? Wouldn't it be La Plaga? No. I don't know, because you could still say El Agua, and that makes sense. Spanish is weird sometimes. Some cold Coke and lemon. What, with the gin? Oh, no. Not with gin. French 75 at Luke in New Orleans. Happy hour, 3 to 6. Okay. I've never been to New Orleans. My wife and I were looking to do something like that at some point. We haven't gone just yet. Anyways, we are in the middle of the commercial break, guys. The full timeout for the Orlando Magic is almost over. When we get back, we'll have 10 minutes and 28 seconds left to go. Orlando Magic trails 69-86 to the Boston Celtics. Okay, a Warrior fan? No, Libra. I am a San Antonio Spurs fan. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. Hell, even back when we had Kawhi Leonard. Even back when we had Derek White, funny enough. Even back when we had Corey Joseph, funny enough. Go Spurs, go. Inbounding the basketball, Orlando Magic now going to finish off this quarter here with 10.5 left to go as we approach the 10-minute mark. Here we go, on the dribble. And Orlando Magic needs something, and they need it quickly. That's a shot from Banchero. The shot from Banchero is good. That makes it a 15-point game. So now we've got a 15-point game with 10 minutes left to go. Okay. Here we go. On the dribble here. Kicks this one out. Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum. On the move, Jayson Tatum going to try. No, he kicks that out to Pritchard. Pritchard, the shot is good for 3! Pritchard's shot is good. And we get that super chat from our boy Slim Faley. Don't be afraid to SC your boy. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Bro's a good dude with a new addition. Don't be cheap, peeps. Appreciate you, Slim Faley. We're not here for that, though. There's a big shot right there, a two-pointer, a long two-point shot, but it will count. Thank you, Slim. I do appreciate that, man. I love the NBA, says Olivia Roth. What up, Olivia? Do you prefer Olivia or do you prefer Liv? There's a three-point shot for Jayson Tatum off the back of the rim. No good. It is rebounded by Carter. Here we go. Franz Wagner on the dribble. He will drive. He will go up against Derek White off the glass. Not the right angle, and it is going to miss. A bad day from the floor today. There's a kick out to the three-point line. Pritchard for 3 off the rim, no good. 8:52 left to go. This basketball is just going everywhere. Guys, get yourself situated. Now you've got a situation where it's a 2-on-2. Can you convert? Where's the foul, ref? On either side, this blows my mind. Franz ain't Franzin. He definitely ain't. I love the NBA, says Olivia. Appreciate you for checking in, Olivia. I got it. Thanks, Peyton. Nice. VJ Sampson, I see you out there, bro. You got your spot? It is great, especially when Mardi Gras is going on. Okay. We'll have to check it out, Robert. But I don't know if Mardi Gras is necessarily a family kind of environment. It's great. Yeah. Alcohol and boobs for the whole family. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. Here's Jayson Tatum trying to take that to the rack. He is fouled on the way up. He seems to be in pain right now. Jayson Tatum is down on the ground. The officials, he's holding his right wrist, his shooting wrist. He's on the ground with his hands above his head, and he is grabbing onto his shooting wrist. Jayson Tatum might be down right now, hanging onto that wrist. And no one is even going to him right now. If this was the NFL, they would have people crashing in from the sidelines to make sure that this guy is okay. It's on his shooting arm, too. Huh. Now there's someone looking at him. Now there's someone looking at him right now. Okay, guys, we've got an injury on the court right now. 8:30 left to go. They're showing this replay here. Carter goes up, a couple of hits on him. He goes down, and I don't think he got hurt on the initial wrist slap. I think he might have gotten hurt. There's the wrist slap. His hand goes off the backboard. It looks like the base, the root of his hand banged off of the glass of the backboard. His arm got hit right here, and it just kind of got clipped right there. Okay, the play is under review to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul. We don't have a flagrant foul right there. I don't think it was a flagrant foul either. I think he was trying to go for the ball. I don't think he was trying to hurt him. I think he was trying to get a block, and if it wasn't the backboard that he hit his hand on, then it must have been when he goes down to the ground. And the pressure, the weight of his body hitting the ground, the impact on that wrist. 540 watching, says Harold. Thank you for the update, sir. Magic to win now is nearly impossible, says Denoy. Fabricio checking into the conversation. Fabricio dice, 10 puntos, Tatum. Está dormido. Yeah, he's asleep. He's saying 10 points for Jayson Tatum. The guy's asleep. He is asleep. I don't think that that's a flagrant foul, but the officials are reviewing this right now. They're going to need a Herculean effort to come back. The under looks like a lock, says Slim Faley. Damn, you don't see it happening. Officials are having a conversation right now to talk about this. All right, guys, the Boston Celtics today definitely doing their thing. Father Time just flat out says no foul at all. Boston Celtics starters don't need much today, don't need much anymore. They're doing pretty well. Boston Celtics today, guys. Derek White is having himself a day. These are the bench players, excuse me. Let's pull up the actual starters. Starters for the Boston Celtics right here. Derek White having himself a day, guys. 27 points for White. Pritchard actually has 17 points on the bench. We talked about him earlier. I did have his graphic up. I'll bring that up later. Jayson Tatum, as said by our buddy out here, Jayson Tatum has just 10 points today. The dude is asleep. So Jayson Tatum, 10 points. He does have 11 rebounds. So you might say he's asleep, but he's got a double-double already. 11 rebounds does help the team significantly. Official's going to give us the call. Wow, it's a flagrant foul, penalty 1 on that one. So the Boston Celtics will get a shot at the free throw line as well. He'll get a shot. I didn't see a flagrant foul there, but you know what? They're going to give Jayson Tatum a shot. I don't like it. They're saying, where's the follow-through? I don't like it. The officials, I feel like in basketball, the referee, it's too subjective. There's not, like, enough hard rules right there. Anyways, didn't finish the list. Jrue Holiday with 9 points. Brown with 16. So Jaylen Brown has 16 points. Jrue Holiday here has 9. There's that flagrant foul free throw there for Jayson Tatum. The first free throw is actually no good. I guess he'll shoot the 2 flagrant free throws. He will shoot the 2 flagrant free throws and then the 2 regular free throws, I guess, is what's going to happen here. He actually missed both the flagrants. He missed both those shots, guys. And wasn't there a shooting foul? I guess not a shooting foul. Looked like there was a shooting foul earlier, so I guess they're just going to give it the flagrant. And the ball for Boston. All right, guys, here we go. So Derek White will lay this one up, and that will not go down. The Boston Celtics up 89-73. 89-73, ladies and gentlemen. Moving the basketball around well, the Orlando Magic on the drive inside the paint, going to lay that one up, and that shot by Carter goes off the left side of the rim. No bucket there. Let's bring up the drive one more time. NBA is soft, says Albert C. Tyler says, ball don't lie. We got some Tim Donaghy. Did I say that right? There's a shot, a difficult shot right there by Pritchard as he lays that one up with the left hand off the glass. Pritchard now up to 19 points. Let's get checked back into this game. Here we go, guys. Franz Wagner doing his thing. He finds Paolo Banchero on the drive. He's all kinds of tangled up right now. But if the offense doesn't come off of Wagner or Banchero, nobody scores for this team. There's another shot for Banchero. It looks like he is fouled on the shot. He will go to the free throw line as that shot misses. Banchero up to 31. Looks like he's going to get 31 here. Y'all were right. Looks like y'all were right. Of course, just like the Celtics, says Flacco67. What up, Flacco? Tatum flopped so hard a couple of plays ago. Yeah, it was a bit of that. Hitman TV, thanks for checking in. Tony's LC, thanks for checking in. Tony's LC signs. Rockets are for sure going to win, he says. Magic are going to get swept, says Hitman TV. I agree. The first free throw for Paolo Banchero does hit, guys. I just watched the documentary on Netflix. It's crazy. I'll have to check it out. Here's the next free throw. That free throw will not go in for Banchero. And the score is 74-91. Boston Celtics still up this time by 16. So the Boston Celtics up by 17, excuse me. There's an intercepted pass right there. 7 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. 7 left to go in the fourth quarter. Banchero looking to see if his team can't stay alive. Banchero's shot will fall. The score is now 76-91. It's a 15-point game. 6:45 left to go. And Pritchard will bring this one across half court. So the Boston Celtics going to take their time. There is no rush right now. Boston Celtics going to do their thing. Celtics might sweep. I agree. Curry is greater than Tatum. I also agree with that. Checking in from Jamaica, there's a three-point shot for Jayson Tatum. The 28-footer will land for Tatum as he leaves that gooseneck out up there. That gooseneck that I did looked not goosenecky. Here we go. The Orlando Magic with the basketball, trailing by a lot. A shot for three, not going to land. It is rebounded by Jayson Tatum with 6 minutes left to go. Boston up 94-76. Jayson Tatum going to take his time as he does a little hand checking here. He is going to drive. Jayson Tatum working against his assignment, left-handed, not going to make that layup there. Left-handed layup no good for Jayson Tatum as the defender was in the way. Jonathan Isaac was in the way. There's a bucket that was made on the other side. Looks like a bucket going to be made for Franz Wagner. Wagner hits the bucket. The score is now 78-97. 94, excuse me, 78-94. Three ball coming in from Derek White. That shot will land as it rattles the rim on its way down. The score is 97-78. Boston Celtics up by 21. That's a 21 skunk, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I call it. That's when you rage quit on 2K. Here we go on the drive from inside the paint, off the glass, over-baked the shot right there. That wasn't even a big shot. That was just a little floater layup. TNO checking in. Who's all in for the game? Who all in the game for the Celtics? All that data over here on the right-hand side for you, TNO. On the court right now for the Boston Celtics, Derek White will lay that one up. Gonna miss. On the court for the Boston Celtics right now, White, Pritchard, Tatum, Holiday, and Horford. On the court for the Magic right now, Banchero, Wagner, Isaac, Caldwell, Pope, and Joseph. That shot just lands right there by Isaac. Jonathan Isaac hits the three-pointer. The score is 81-97 after this. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Jrue Holiday working on his assignment. Jrue Holiday working on Gary Harris. Looks like Harris is in. Let me update this. My eyes must be fooling me. My eyes must be fooling me right now. Looks like that's not Harris. Looks like numbers changed. That's okay. I got my eyes checked right now. We're good. Looks like that is Harris. Here we go on the drive. Is this updating right? There's a shot, guys. Another bucket going to land right here. Let me refresh this page. A little confused by what I'm seeing, and my eyes are deceiving me right now, but that's okay. We're going to call the game as best as we can. Little deceived right here. Here we go, guys. Boston Celtics on the dribble. Jayson Tatum behind the three-point line. Going to work on Wagner. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Can Jayson Tatum get the shot off? A big shot there is going to fall very short. It is airballed with 20 seconds. Fresh new play clock. Fresh new shot clock. Get myself checked back in. All right, I got to refocus. Jaylen Brown isn't in. No, he's not. Okay, so here's my issue with everything that I'm calling, right? I'm looking at some of these jersey numbers, and I see Harris on the court with my eyeballs, and yet over here on this side, it doesn't have the right name. I don't know why. Normally this updates on time. Timeout going to be called right here by the Orlando Magic. 99-83, Boston Celtics are up. So why this is wrong, I don't know, unless Homeboy changed his name or something. But Jonathan Isaac wasn't even out there. It was Harris. It was Harris, and just a little bit confused by it is all. Anyways, not important. This is where we're at. Woo, my cash out is at 236. Let's go, Kimmy. High five, girl. Get it. High five to you. Happy Easter, everyone, says Harold. I need Horford to score one more bucket to win my tickets. Kim saying, let's go Celtics. Flacco saying, let's go Celtics. Ahmed, Walter saying, go, go, go. Look, if you are a Celtics fan or you are rooting for the Boston Celtics, drop your four-leaf clovers. Let's see all your clovers out there, guys. Let's see. Jaylen Brown isn't in. No, he's not. CCFBB. CCFBB. Is it CC? What up, CC? Thanks for checking in. No, I don't see Brown on the court right now. We are in the middle of a commercial break. Timeout has been called by the Magic. They have one timeout left with 3:23 remaining in this basketball game. Okay. Look, Jermaine understood the assignment. Jermaine with his four-leaf clover. James with his four-leaf clover. Robert Samora with the four-leaf clovers. You guys understand the assignment. Here we go. Okay, let's start a new poll. Happy Easter from the Philippines. I see you, Clumsy. Clumsy out there with the four-leaf clovers. Endless out there with the four-leaf clovers. El Plaga with the four-leaf clovers. What up, guys? Sean Ellis, good to have y'all in here. Let's go. I see you, Boston Celtics fans. Boston Celtics fans showing in big. Is that a possum or a badger? What is that, Germ? Dobo, I see you. Celtics will hold this. I agree with that, guys. I agree. Okay. Who will win the next game? Cavaliers, Clumsy saying go Celtics. Libra Gang, 83. I see you, bro, with those four-leaf clovers. Who will win the next game coming up right now? Is it going to be the Boston? Is it going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Miami Heat? This should be a Cavaliers game, and the Cavaliers should win for sure. We're still in a commercial break right now, Noah. We have nothing for sure. All I'm getting on TV is severe weather coverage. Oh, I'm sorry, Decrypt Keeper. I got you, brother. Don't you worry, man. We're going to do our best to get you everything you need. Going to get you – it's a badger, but it represents the Texas Tech Possums. Okay, got it. Clumsy saying Cavs, Miami upset. Ooh, I like it. Defense of this Orlando is very poor. It is today – Yatsky, what up? 7 subscribers away from getting to 27.5, guys. If there are 7 people out there watching this live stream that are not new, let's see if I can't convince you in the next 3 minutes and 9 seconds of regulation time to become a part of Football Nation. There's the inbounded pass. Orlando working their magic, if you will. Off the dribble, Franz Wagner still trying to do his thing. Jayson Tatum, a brick house in front of him. He does lay it up and in. The score is now 85-99, a 14-point game with 3 minutes left to go. Tatum, get one more bucket, please, says Devontae Peterson. Let's see if he can get it, Devontae. James Hebert, I see you out there as well. What up, Glad? With the 4-leaf clover. And Del Griffin with the doo-doos out there. What up, man? All right, guys, Jayson Tatum backing down his man. Jayson Tatum will now turn around and drive. He will flip that up and in. That is an easy bucket for Jayson Tatum. You got your bucket there, Devontae. Let's go. Devontae, there's your bucket. Show Irish, hit the like, says Harold. All right, guys, Orlando moving the basketball here. Almost a wide open shot. Changed his mind, wanted the higher percentage look. He will still miss. Banchero will now go to the free throw line after the missed shot. Banchero to shoot 2. Boston 101, Orlando 85. Yes, sir, says Devontae. How you doing, Mr. Peterson? Appreciate you checking in. Clumsy checking in saying, even though the Heat are doing good, I still think it's going to be the Cavs. I think so too, man. I mean, like, why would it? The Cavs are looking very good. Marco, I see you out there. Marco C with those 4-leaf clovers. The first free throw will fall right here for Banchero. Not enough time for Orlando. I agree, Jermaine. I think it's too little, too late. Paolo Banchero today, 36 points. 36 points. And that's going to be a missed free throw. Let them play, refs. Honestly, they let them play pretty hard. Thank you, Devontae Peterson. Appreciate you, man. All right, guys. Derek White doing his thing. Derek White passes this one to Tatum. Tatum working against the man right now. Taking his time. 2 minutes left to go in this basketball game. Shot clock down to about 3 seconds. And Jrue Holiday will get stripped under the rim. It goes out of bounds. They're going to say it is going to be the Orlando Magic ball. Inbounds this one. Almost pops his buddy in the face right there. Caldwell Pope hands that off to Franz Wagner. Wagner working on Holiday. Wagner, good screen right there. Step back, Jay from the elbow. Too much, man. He has just been miss after miss after miss. Thank you guys for helping us get to that 27-5. Let's see if we can't continue to grow. Appreciate you guys. Boston sweeping. I agree, Flacco. Bruce Wayne, I see you, Bruce Wayne. 27-5. Let's see if we can't get a couple more. 1:34 left to go. Jayson Tatum taking his time. Shot clock down to 5. Jayson Tatum, a little pushback, a little step back. A push-off, a step back. The push-off was not called. 103-86. Boston Celtics going to do their thing. Please reach 30,000. We're going to, Clumsy. We're going to. Definitely my goal for the football season is to get to at least 50,000. That is going to be a foul. And Paolo Banchero is really upset about it. I mean, he's been fouled all day. Very few calls going their way. Orlando Magic struggling today. Boston Celtics with 103. It looks like the backup players, the bench players coming out. A full personnel swap. You can see Davidson, Craig, Walsh, Hauser, and Pritchard all coming onto the court. All the starters have cleared the floor. Anthony Houston, Black, De Silva, Batadze out there as well. It looks like Orlando has just admitted defeat. So Orlando admitting defeat right now. 1:14 left to go. All the starters have just come off. We've got nothing but bench players out here now for both units. There's the inbound pass. 1:13 left to go in this basketball game. It is tipped. It is almost stolen. Wide open three-point shot there for the Magic. Will miss. And it is rebounded by Boston. Boston with 1:02 left to go. Moving the basketball around. Now I'm going to need my cheat sheet. Pritchard out here. Got a lot of players I don't recognize. Boston Celtics with the ball in hand. Pritchard moves this one out to Craig. Back to Pritchard. Pritchard kicks this one out. This is a wide open three off the rim for Davidson. It is rebounded, coming the other way. So coming back the other way, Orlando Magic up in the air. That is going to be just a giveaway there. Boston 103. 86. They're going to take their time here. Opening game of the playoffs. This is just going to be an end of the game kind of just countdown. Boston, everyone there getting up on their feet. I'm going to get banned, says Father Time. Put in Bronny, he says. Last season was 4X over the course of the football season, so if we can get to 30K before the season starts, if we could do that, Germ, if we could do that, I see you, XO Mad. I'm done betting. Just took Wagner out. Yep, just took Wagner out. Jayson Tatum still holding that wrist, and you know what? He's on the bench. So there's no reason for him to be hurting that wrist unless he's actually hurt. Jayson Tatum holding that wrist right now. That is it, guys. That is the end of this game. The final score of this game, 103-86. Boston Celtics will win game 1 of this series. That means, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a bit of a break. And tonight we will be live for the Houston Rockets versus the Golden State Warriors. Guys, if you guys enjoyed this commentary and you guys want to come back and see more later tonight, hit the subscribe button. I will be live for you guys. You're welcome, Kim. Thank you for checking in. Thank all of you guys, even if you commented or if you stayed in the back and you didn't want to be seen or any of that stuff, doesn't matter. I want to say thank you, a personal direct thank you to each and every one of you guys for watching this live stream with me. I'm excited to do it again later. I'm going to go hang out with my baby and yeah, I will see you guys super soon. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I will catch you guys later. We'll see y'all for the Rockets-Warriors game in a few hours. Take care. Happy Easter. Happy 420. Don't get too baked. We'll see y'all later. Peace out.